deconstructing like ex-Christian. Well,
Yeah.
I'm not skeptical. Like, cause for me,
When you say skeptical,
I had a genuine, what I mean by skeptical is when I read something and I don't understand it, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to question it. I'm not just a blind believer. But the problem is a lot of us as Christians, we've had something happen to us where, and I know you've heard the story, but we were dead and we're alive again. Like, we can't argue with the fact that, you know, we have conviction now that we've never had before in our lives. We are able to now make decisions that we never could make before. So for me, it's like I've tasted and I've seen the goodness of God and I can't go back. But
so how do
when I read
we distinguish
scripture
you? So how do we distinguish which religion is real? Because everybody testifies the same shit from each religion. So how do we testify which one's real? How can we demonstrate that you are true and the Muslim isn't true?
I think you gotta do your. I mean, the first thing I would do is when you don't know, I mean, you don't even believe there's a God, correct?
No. I've come to the logical conclusion that...
Did it break
yeah,
out?
You've got red bars.
Oh,
okay.
Sorry. Is that better?
Yes.
Is that better? Yeah, I mean, for me, obviously, and this is scripture. I know you probably don't want me to quote scripture, but God, if you believe that it's him, he says that those who seek me will find me. And so my first thing.
Yeah, but how do we distinguish you? Because,
God,
like,
I don't
for example,
know who you are,
like,
I don't, you know, you've
the
heard it
Quran says, hold
100
on.
times. I know you've heard this 100 times.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is you can't demonstrate that your religion is more true than the Muslim because they believe the same shit. And also, the Muslim says that the Bible is to not be trusted. So if the Muslim has the same experience as you, how can I demonstrate who's telling the truth?
Go and find for yourself. Seek out the truth.
Faith?
I mean, if you look at debates between Muslim, I've watched these debates. I've watched these over and over. I've done my research. I've watched between Muslims, Christians, atheists, Christians. I haven't done a Jew, but what I'm saying is you'll start to see the facade in certain things, and then you follow.
I see
the
we
don't believe the same things.
I see the facade in Christianity hardcore. I see the heinous morality all throughout it.
Well, I do see, you know, I understand what you're saying. Listen, I've been abused by a Christian man, a quote unquote Christian man. But I know that in the last days, these are some of the prophecies Jesus prophesied. There will be many wolves in sheep's clothing, many cons, many false prophets.
Y'all have been saying that since the beginning of fucking time.
They're coming to his brother.
How many times have we said Jesus is coming back? This is end times. Things are being fulfilled in the prophecies. Jesus is coming back. People have been saying that for fucking thousands of years. Where is it?
No, I'm not saying he's coming. I'm not saying he's coming back tomorrow. I'm just saying there's a lot of evil people out there. That's all I meant. But I'm not going to take what evil people do.
But the difference is, I believe in it based off of
Despite
psychology. I believe in it based off of psychology, not because the Bible says that they're evil people. We've done brain scans on people whose brain is completely different than mine, and that's why they are evil.
That doesn't mean they're evil. Just because their brain's different doesn't mean they're evil.
No,
their brain's just different.
Okay,
maybe they're the good people, and you're the bad people.
If you'd let me speak, thank you. When we're talking about somebody who is like a, let's say, a serial murderer, okay? Like, we've done brain scans on these people who have no remorse whatsoever, and their brains are completely different. Just watch psychologists talk about this. They don't have remorse. They don't have empathy. They don't care. It's psychopath. Like, we have brain scans of these people. But I believe in it based off of that, not because the Bible says they're evil people.
I don't think those brain scans prove they're evil. It proves they're different. It proves that they don't think like you. I don't think like you either. I think being a lesbian is wrong. I mean, my brain works differently than yours.
I know, but it's an explanation for why they did what they did. Don't you want to know why, like, they're serial murderers? Like, if we can understand on a psychological standpoint, a scientific standpoint of why somebody's brain is the way that it is to lead them to doing something as horrendous as that, isn't that kind of cool? to be able to
Yeah,
look
it's
at
very
that.
cool. But it doesn't prove that it's evil. If anything, it gives an excuse for what they did.
No, it doesn't give an excuse. Nobody's giving them
Sure
an
it does.
excuse.
It's how their brain works.
No, we
That's
understand.
definitely not an excuse.
It's not an excuse.
Why- well, why
It's
not?
understanding why people do fucked up shit. Because in your world, you just believe people are evil because of Satan. Whereas I can explain why these people, based off of like psychology and the science that we've done in brain scans, it's an explanation. It's not an excuse. I would never use it as an excuse. I would never say, "Oh, their brain's different. That's why they offed all these people. It's okay. They're fine." Nobody fucking says that.
No, I just think that I'm not saying that, but I'm kind of trying to get you to see that it doesn't make sense to even use that standard when it's subjective anyways. It doesn't matter. It's subjective
science is not
to the man with
subjective.
that brain. It's subjective to you. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay,
You don't get
that
to tell him
doesn't-
what's right for him.
I do
that's how
actually.
he
That's how we
thinks.
make morality. That's
You don't
how
get
we
to make
morality.
something.
Okay,
Yeah,
and
but
you
that's
do,
for you.
and you do, as a Christian.
No, that's what I'm trying to say is because I can't make it up and I truly believe that Jesus is the Messiah, the fulfiller of the prophecies of the Old Testament, and he is coming back. And that's the only way back to the Father, the creator of all things. Because I believe that, I say that being a lesbian is wrong. Because
Okay.
he says
Okay,
that.
so-
But it's not because it's not because that's how I feel.
That's worse.
What do you mean?
So you don't have proof that God is real, and you
That's
just
not true.
believe that he. Oh, okay.
Just the
then
fact that we can
you prove
look at
that God
people's
is real?
brains and see how they work and see how intricate they are. You think that that's just
That's not
self?
God.
What is it?
Not God.
Well, I think that's a pretty extreme statement. I mean, you might say I don't know if it is, but you can't say for sure that it's not.
It's not the Christian one.
How do you know that?
Is
There
there
are too many
evidence to back up
contradictions in the
your?
Bible.
Is there evidence to back up your claim that God made us?
Well, no. When I say no, what I mean is I feel as though if you look at something and it's intricately woven together,
No.
You know,
It's not, so it's
using
not.
your-
So okay. So that's great. So intricately woven together. What about the genetic mutations that allow children to have cancer? Is that intricately woven together?
I mean, there's sin in this world. There's evil.
That's not
obviously.
sin. No, that's a genetic mutation that I understand from a scientific standpoint, but you're going to kick out of the box and say that that's sin. And what sin causes a child to get cancer?
What?
What sin causes a child to get cancer? You think cancer is sin?
I think we live in a broken, fallen world. It's pretty obvious. People are
Okay,
sick.
and who
People are dying. People get raped.
who
People get
created
murdered.
that? God created your anatomy in a way that you can get a genetic mutation. A child can get genetic mutations that cause cancer. That's what your God created, and He didn't have to. He didn't have to create us the way that we are in general.
Well, I mean, you don't believe
In
in
your
my God,
worldview.
but if we're
It's called an
we're
internal
talking as if,
critique.
right, so if we're talking as if my God is real and correct, He made things perfectly, and then we obviously chose to sin, to go against Him.
Oh, so
That's why we live in a
everybody,
fallen world.
in what world is it just that everybody on the entire fucking planet has to pay for two people's sin?
This world.
And
Nobody said
how
it was
how is
fair.
that? How is that just?
Bro,
No, but
nobody
do you-
said it was fair.
Do you think God is perfect?
Yes.
Do you think God's all good?
Yes.
And you think God is just?
Yes.
So that's just? That's just to you? That's because to me justice should be proportionate. That's not proportionate. If me and Sam committed an act and we send you to jail instead, is that fair and just?
Send me to jail instead.
Yes, we go and we blame it
We're
on
all
you.
going. Death is the end of all of us.
Answer the fucking
is our
question.
end.
Answer the fucking question. Answer the question. If me and Sam commit an act, a crime, and we blame it on you, and we put all of the fucking blame on you, and then you get held liable, and then you have to go to fucking prison for the rest of your life for me and Sam's acts, is that just?
That's not how it works. If somebody went through life sinless, they would not be accountable to
listening.
God.
Answer the question.
I just said that's not how it works.
How is that not how it works?
Because
You're paying for two people's
if
decisions.
anybody in this world,
You're paying for two people's decisions. I didn't have a say in that. Did you have a say in Adam and Eve's decisions? But you are made broken from
If
the jump.
anybody in this world did not sin,
Who
God
created
made it
sin?
that way.
yeah, we were born into a broken world. That's pretty
Who cre-
obvious.
who
That's
crea-
what
who
God
created
created
sin?
for
obvious.
you.
Just look around at what's going
Who
on.
created sin?
I don't believe in sin, but in your worldview, who
But you
created
believe
all
in
of it?
evil.
Yeah, but I don't have to
God
believe
created
in
something good. He gave us a choice because without choice, there's no love.
Really,
He
so
gave us a choice.
really, so without choice, there's no love. But we have to
Sure.
balance this out, right? Because in the biblical, it's either okay. I'll give you a great example. Okay, let's say I say you and I go on a date. I tell you, if you and I go on this date, you're gonna have the best time ever. You're gonna be the happiest you've ever been in your entire life. But if you don't go on this date, I'm gonna lock you in my basement and set you on fire. Do you have a choice in
didn't
that, or is that an
create me.
ultimatum? Wait, why are you being so fucking obtuse? You're being so obtuse,
What?
it's not even funny.
You're-
Answer the fucking
you're-
question. It's not, you
I'm
don't
having
have
a
a
hard time
choice
'cause
in
you're-
this say. you're
Yeah,
having a
he's
hard time
saying
because of
if
what?
you want to choose me,
He
if
didn't
you
have to
wanna-
create the
if you
set
wanna
of
walk
the
with
set
me-
of circumstances that he did, and all loving God would not create an eternal hell for someone to burn in
why
for
not?
forever.
You just said, is he just? If he's just, he has to have a place for evil people to go.
Am I evil
I
for
don't
not believing in
understand.
him because there's not enough evidence?
There's
So
plenty of
God knew.
evidence.
God's all know. There's not actually. That's the hilarious part. There's not. So
Just
so
look around you. Go outside and where do
that's
you live?
not.
Go look at the stars right
in
now.
what fucking world?
up.
So what? In what fucking world would that ever be evidence for a God? So what God is it? What God out of the 4,000 gods created it? That's the most lame excuse I've ever heard in my entire life. That, oh, look at the world around you, that created it. No, I would say a fairy created it. There's no fucking difference between you saying that and me saying that. That's so fucking stupid to say. Look outside and that's who created it. Like, that's so obnoxious.
Yeah, it leads you in the right direction.
No,
you know,
it
when
doesn't.
you look at a mountain, when you
No,
look
it doesn't,
at the
because
sunset,
I have an actual reason and evidence to back up looking outside. You just think, oh, God, with no evidence to back that. You're just presupposing
think,
God
oh,
did it without
science,
proving that
when-
God did it.
I'm saying it leads you in the direction of realizing there's something beyond you. It's not
Why
just
would-
you.
Why would God give you 4,000 other options for what could be Him and purposefully give you the opportunity to be led astray when you being led astray could be the switch between whether or not you end up in paradise or eternal suffering? Where is the justness in that?
Yeah, I mean it's a hard truth.
That
I'm
didn't
not
answer
gonna
my question.
sugarcoat it.
Okay.
See, here's the thing I have a huge issue with. You want to say that you're moral, but, like, you want to say that you have this objective truth, which makes you more moral, but when we ask you the most simplest fucking questions, your morals go out the door, you can't even answer them.
You don't even know you don't even have a foundation for your morals. I'm just
Okay,
saying
a foundation
that.
for my morals. So your foundation of morality is founded upon incest. Your foundation of morality is founded upon slavery. Your foundation of morality is founded upon fucking
No.
yes,
That's
it
what
is
he
because
saved
your
us
God does.
from.
Your God. Okay, so great. Let's go through this rabbit hole. So God came down as Himself, sacrificed Himself to Himself as a loophole for His own rules that He created, and then gave you no fucking evidence outside of the Bible to prove that, even though your salvation depends upon it. So for skeptics, people that don't believe, like me and Sam, that want evidence, God created none of that for you to prove that Jesus resurrected and is the Son of God. And you want me to just believe because God said so, but he created this stupid fucking loophole for His own idiotic rules, which He didn't have to do so. He could have just forgiven us. But He came down as a man, sacrificed Himself to Himself, and then has no fucking evidence for it. Which, by Him being an all-knowing God, He would have known that evidence would have been crucial to the salvation of millions of people that don't believe on the pure fact of there's no evidence for it.
There's millions of people that disagree with you. We believe there's plenty of evidence.
What's the evidence?
We
Please
believe.
have some. Please.
Yeah, give it to me.
Why do people travel the world? Why do people want to go look at nature all around the world? Because it's awe-inspiring. They get put into a state of wonder.
That doesn't mean
Because
God
That doesn't mean
did.
that's not proof of God.
Why
Muslims
why
get
are you amazed by it then? Why are you
Because it's
amazed by it? Why?
pretty.
Okay.
It's just cute.
because nature's nice to
Because it's
look at. That doesn't mean
cute?
that God made it.
I like
That's not
going
proof.
outside and looking at pretty colors and shapes. Like fuck
why?
me for thinking flowers are cute.
I guess I go beyond you. You go with our brain works like this. Well, I
So,
go. Well,
so
why does our
aesthetic
brain-
is the proof of God.
You say our brain works like this. I say, why does our brain work like this? Why are we so in awe of these things? Why does this cause wonder in our hearts and in our spirits and in our minds? Why are certain things evil? Why are certain things good? How do we find that out? I don't just go, oh, well, this is what I think.
Okay, you have yet to fucking prove to me that God's real without going, look outside.
You have yet to prove
You've
that
just pivoted. I don't have
is
to.
not
You
real.
made the positive claim that God is real, therefore you have to prove it. I don't have to prove shit. You have to prove it. And all you've said is, well, God, because of God. Circular fucking argument. Because look outside. That doesn't prove anything. I could just say, well, what if fairies made it?
Okay.
You haven't answered
I
a
don't know,
single
man.
question.
You
You've just
haven't
gone from
answered
weak
mine.
point to weak point to weak point.
Okay.
Are you gonna prove God to me? What fucking evidence is
mean-
there?
I feel like I've tried. I don't know what else you want.
Your only evidence is nature?
Well, no, I mean, I told you I've done a lot. I mean, I spent quite a few years trying to find out the truth. The truth
Okay,
of
so
why we're
so
here.
give me so
why is there
give
evil
it
in the
to
world?
me. So give me your
I mean, you
evidence
just told me there's
for
no- you
Jesus'
just told me-
resurrection.
Wait, if I have bars down there, does that mean I have poor connection or good connection?
Bad connection.
Or
Is that bad connection?
yeah.
Oh. My phone's dying. Can I just, something that just popped in my head, and this might not be relevant, but because I had brought up sin and you told me that you don't believe that there is any sin. But you,
No,
but
it's
you
a
do
biblical
believe that there's,
word.
okay, but you believe that there's evil, you just don't call it sin. Right?
Yeah, I believe that people do evil things. I believe people do bad things, more like immoral things. Yes.
Yeah,
believe
so,
people do
I mean,
immoral things.
We're just using different words for the same thing. Because to me, sin
So
is
you're
equivalent to
pivoting
evil,
because you can't
evil-
prove God's existence. No.
No, I'm just trying to kind of get our bases straight.
We've already gotten the basis straight from the jump. This is the first thing you asked both of us. We gave you our morale.
No, you
and now
just
you're just
said
pivoting once again.
You don't believe in sin when
Yeah, that's a biblical term.
You
If
just
I
said
don't
you
believe in
don't
the Bible,
believe
why
it.
would I believe in sin? That's like for real?
because to me I'm trying to talk about evil. When I say sin, it's equivocal to evil for me. So I'm just trying to every time I say sin, what I mean is evil.
Sin
and then you say I don't believe
Okay,
in
so
sin.
so is gossip evil?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Gossip is evil.
Yeah, it's evil.
So define evil. What is evil to you?
Yeah.
What is
Evil would be anything outside of the character of God.
Okay, cool.
Anything
So
outside of love, joy, peace, patience, yeah, fruits of the spirit.
Oh. Patience. So
Love,
okay,
joy,
cool.
peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness.
Okay, so
Self-control.
when your God calls himself wrathful, is that evil?
I mean, I think it would be just the same way that you say sin, you don't like that word, but it means evil. A lot of this old language.
And your
really-
worldview, but I don't because you just said that gossip is evil. I wouldn't ever say gossip is evil. I would say evil is the unjustified suffering of somebody, and it's also dependent upon the thing. But that's so crazy that you would say that you would just say that gossip is evil
Sure, it is.
just because it's outside of God's nature.
I mean, I think it's crazy to say that it's not. But there you go. Your opinion versus
Well-
mine. Who cares? We're all gonna die. It's all subjective. That's really, you know what I'm saying? It goes nowhere. You're gonna die. I'm gonna die. And what then? Doesn't matter.
Well, I'll continue to fight for what's right, and you can keep sitting over thinking just because it's subjective, who fucking cares? We're gonna die. But guess
Sure,
what?
you
That's
don't know
not where
what's
we've
right.
got. That's not what we've
You have
gotten
no
anywhere in the
clue.
world. I have
You
no
don't
clue
even
what's
know what
right.
that is. No.
I don't know what right is.
You don't know what it is.
Okay, wait. What
even is it, bro?
Wait.
We've
What is
explained
it?
it. If you failed to listen,
Wait. Do you think rape is wrong?
Sure, of course.
Why?
Because God said so.
So if God didn't say that grape was wrong, grape would be okay?
He would. That's not even a thing. What do you mean?
So you said you get your morals from God. So in a world where God does not condemn grape, grape would be okay to do.
That's not the world we live in.
But if that world existed, it would be
doesn't.
fine.
No.
But if it did,
it does actually. Let's go to Deuteronomy.
Where?
Let's go to Deuteronomy. All right. If a man meets a virgin who is unengaged and seizes her and lies with her, they discovered the man who lay with her shall give 50 shekels of silver to the young woman's father, and she shall become his wife, because he violated her. He shall not be permitted to divorce her as long as he lives. That's God condoning rape. And Deuteronomy 22:28 through 29. And that man gets to pay to be married to her, and that woman cannot divorce him.
What is the passage again?
Deuteronomy 22:28 through 29.
22.
28 through 29. If a man meets a virgin who is not engaged and seizes her and lies with her, and they are discovered, the man who lie with her shall give 50 shekels of silver to the young woman's father, and she shall become his wife, because he violated her. He shall not be permitted to divorce her as long as he lives.
His father's wife, he must... Hang on, I'm reading it. 1 second. He married...
that's sickening, actually. That's
Yeah,
quite sickening.
I'm going to... I don't know. I've never read that before.
Yeah, girl, I can give you a fuck ton if you actually want to go through the Bible with me.
Yeah, no, I would love to.
Let's go through Exodus 21, which is really what I wanted to get at the fucking meats and potatoes.
Your live comes up in my feed a lot. I don't know why. I don't follow you. But I can... Let me look all these... Yeah, this is good. I have no idea. I've never read this, so...
Okay.
So I'm just copy-pasting
let's go through
this passage.
slavery. Okay, let's go through...
Well, I don't believe that, because I have done research into that. I don't think that what they're talking about in the New Testament is slavery in regards to what we consider it today. Just like sin and evil.
That doesn't matter, because there are so many laws and ways, and you're just wrong, by the way. I don't give a fuck what you're saying right now, because you are just wrong. It doesn't matter of what we equate slavery as today, because literally in Exodus 21, it tells you how to fucking own a slave, how to beat them. It also tells you in Leviticus you can own them as property. In Exodus 21, it's talking about owning Jewish people as slaves, but then there's a loophole for owning them as property for life, which is completely different. So there's a loophole in there, because typically we were talking about indentured servitude back then, which was for 7 years, but that doesn't matter, because I would say no matter what kind of slavery, it's fucking wrong. Indentured servitude,
Sure,
owning somebody as any type of anything is wrong.
I'm not talking about, of course, I'm not talking about owning somebody. I thought that in the New Testament, he was talking in a sense of like employee, employer type stuff.
No.
So I'll have to look into that.
No. And it also doesn't matter, because your God condones it in the Old Testament. If we're going to say that your God is moral, but he literally condones all of these acts and lays out a perfect law of how you're supposed to fucking own slaves, doesn't stop it, doesn't care, but he makes sure to let you know that you can't eat shellfish. He makes sure to let you know that you can't mix fabrics. He made those important to let you know, but he didn't give a fuck to let you know that, hey, don't own people as property for life. In fact, you can, and if you beat your fucking slave, that they have to be able to live for 2 to 3 days.
Yeah. No, I saw somebody go through this. I thought because they went back to the original language, and it's not in English, because obviously, like the translation, like sin and evil, you know there's evil, but you wouldn't call it sin, that kind of stuff. I thought it was, the way he described it, it was like a loving thing, because they were doing such evil. The people of the Old Testament, nobody looks to that and says, oh, this is who we want to be. We look at that and say, this is what we're being saved from, is disgusting, evil, despicable sin. That's what the Old Testament proves. It's not something that we want to go back and be. It's what we're being saved from. Does that make sense? Evil, wickedness. And so from what I understood, because I was watching a couple of YouTube videos about it, I'm not, like I said, I haven't even read the whole Old Testament because it is hard for me. Once I get to a place where I don't understand, I have to go start digging. So I haven't even got past like Genesis. Because I'm stuck.
You haven't got past by
stuck.
Genesis? Yeah, so
I'm as far as chronological. I'm not talking about like I've read a passage here and there. But yeah, no, I'm stuck on where God asked I believe it was Moses. No, who was it? To go up and kill his son, and then he
talk about Abraham?
stopped him. Yeah,
Abraham and Isaac?
Stopped him. Yes.
Yeah, it's Abraham and Isaac. Yep,
Yeah,
that's where you should have shut the book right there.
Well, I've already been saved though, so it's like I have to.
You've been saved by this God? The God that would test your faith even though he already knows that you're faithful to him by telling you to take your only son whom you love and sacrifice him as a burnt offering?
Like I said, that's kind of where I'm stuck right now. So.
Yeah, you just don't have morals at this point.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Have a great night.
Yeah, you too.
No fucking conversation. Literally no conversation. Morals go out the door with fucking Christians.
Just ew. The way that the question just
That was a
wouldn't
whole
be
ass
answered.
nothing burger. Cup of noodles.
Not for real.
Okay, this person isn't loading. If you're watching right now and you think being lesbian is wrong, click the guest quest to debate. Sorry for that went on for way too long, everybody. I'm sorry. We will actually get a debate about the lesbians. And if you're joining just to talk about religion, I'm gonna drop you because we're here to talk about being lesbian is wrong. And that went on for way too long. But the cognitive dissonance really got to me. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, using nature as evidence cannot be for real, for real. What's up, how do you? And he was a fairy. You there? No? Okay. Solid. Wasting our time.
Hello?
Hey, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 43.
Alright, do you think that being lesbian is wrong?
Well, when you say being a lesbian is wrong, like, do I think that a woman loving a woman in an intimate fashion is wrong? No, I don't think so. I think...
Cool.
What I believe is I think this whole thing has been perverted. One of the things that I've actually been... So I've been going through a spiritual awakening, not saying that I'm going to touch on religion here, but one of the things that I've explored, because you were talking about the Bible, and I will tell you this, the Bible has been doctored a lot. Like, it was doctored by the Holy Roman Empire, and there is some truth in it, but you're right. The Old Testament, that doesn't sound like a very moral God. But anyways, yeah, I don't believe that demonizing someone for having a preference on who they love is immoral. And anyone that does is just kind of like, it goes against the status quo, right? So the only time that I think it is wrong is when it becomes the full identity of the person. Because who you love should not define who you are. That's the only issue that I have, is when someone makes their sexual preference their whole identity, that's when I have an issue with it. But if someone loves another person, regardless of their sex, to me, it makes no difference. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay, so I would just ask you why you have a problem with somebody making it like their whole personality. Would you hold this standard to everything? Or just being a lesbian?
No, I hold this
or
standard.
homosexuality?
No, I hold it like a guy that was always bragging about all the women he gets is just equally as annoying, where they establish their confidence, their identity, everything from that. We are not.
I think the difference though is that like we were outcasted, we had to fight for rights. So like a woman, would you say that a woman who is a feminist, who makes her entire personality about how strong of a woman she is she wrong?
Well, it depends on what she's focused in on. Like if she's trying to push down her strength and suppress others, yes. But if she's just standing in her sovereignty and she's embracing who she is as a person and a divine being, which I believe we all are divine beings, I see no issue with that. The issue that I have is when people try to identify themselves with any type of label, because we're not defined by labels. I mean, how many dynamics do you have outside of your sexual preference? You're intelligent, right? I can tell by the way you communicate. I can tell that you have a sense of your own. You don't give me the vibe that lesbian is your identity. It's just your preference, right? It's just when someone
I just understand why people do, but I wouldn't say that somebody is like immoral or wrong for making anything their personality unless they're being gross or harming somebody. And I would say that the people that make this their entire personality are really just like happy and proud. Like the people that I meet that make this their entire personality are not harming anybody. I would say that somebody like a man who makes their entire personality about the amount of woman they have plays into grape culture. So that doesn't help.
Right. No, I guess let me further clarify what I mean by that. If someone's sole value of how they perceive themselves is that's a problem, because that's toxic, not just for the individual, but for everyone they come in contact with, because now everyone has to really just kind of embrace that. But if someone stands in like, hey, this is who I fucking am, like it or not, and if you come at me, I see no problem with anyone defending themselves. I guess what I'm alluding to is a problem that I see, and it's not just with lesbians and gays, it's any label. It's when you're trying to, it's one thing to say, hey, I'm going to take a stand for what I feel is unjust. I'm absolutely with you. I think they have been mistreated. I think the homosexual community has been mistreated for a long time. And I'm starting to see changes. Like if you went back to the 70s versus now, the treatment and the understanding is more like everyone's aware of it now, right? It's a thing. There's a lot of people that are homosexual. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with it. And anyone that's using religion to justify it is absurd to me, because love is love. We are, in essence, you were talking to that girl earlier about God. And here's I've been, like I said, I have not gone the conventional route. I do not follow scripture. I meditate 3 to 4 hours a day. And I'm really trying to understand what the fuck all this is, because it seems like the world's on fire right now. And what I come down to is our essence, what we are from birth, is an expression of love. Like that's what we're all desiring anyways. When you're birthed, you want to have that love with your mother, your parents, your siblings, and then eventually you want to be able to express yourself with a person that you can express your love with. And I think the issue that most people run into is you can't really love someone until you truly love yourself. And people miss that mark. And then I think that's where these identity crises come from. Self-love is the most important. And you don't have to define yourself with a fucking excuse my language. It's just frustrating. And it's not just you. It's all labels. I'm sick of labels. I'm just tired of it, because you know what? If you didn't bring it up in a labeled format and you just said, hey, do you think being a lesbian is wrong? I'd say, fuck no, it's not. You are who you are, period. And if that's who you choose to love, that's who you choose to love. And anyone that judges you for it, fuck them.
Yeah, but I think the issue is like, okay, I'll give you an example of why labels are necessary, because a lot of people say that, where they're like, oh, labels aren't necessary, I hate labels, but we've always had labels, and people didn't have an issue with labels until the LGBTQ community came around, and that's where labels started being an issue, in my opinion.
No, labels have been around. That's how they divide us in everything. Like, you're a Democrat or you're a Republican, you're black, you're Hispanic. It's like, no, I'm a fucking American, and you know what? I'm a U.S. citizen, and I'm going to vote for who I feel is right. And then on issues
but labels have helped people, like labels and like neurodivergency labels are like, it's not just like I think it's very important to allow people of color spaces to speak and say their piece, especially because of how we treated them. So to say like labels like like
Well,
white and black and all that
me-
shit. That's
let me-
obnoxious, and I find that fucking shit obnoxious to say. I want,
let me- oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. I did
but
not
even
mean to-
American is a label, brother.
No, but hear me out. Okay, so when I say I'm a U.S. citizen, that's basically me saying, hey, I was born in the United States. If you're asking me where I'm from the United States. I was born in Florida, okay? That's it. I don't need to identify it with a label. So if you wanted to say, so my father is Colombian, and if you were to see me, you would look at me and say, well, he's definitely not white, he's definitely not black. Anyways, there's local programs. I've been a business owner for 25 years. And there's programs set aside for minority companies, okay? Now, they're good at first, but then what ends up happening is because people feel entitled because they are identifying with that label now, they think that they just fucking deserve it. And when I was taking advantage of those type of opportunities, it was a foot in the door so I could show that, hey, we produce just as good as anyone else. And I gained a bunch of clients from that. But a lot of people that identified with their race said, oh, no, I'm entitled to that money. And what they would do is they would take a job, they would hire another company to do it for them, and they were a pass-through. They were just making money on top of the other, on top of the other business. Now, the reason I'm bringing that up is because we have to be careful with labels. Bring in awareness to...
Do you notice how you can't even say the sentence you said without labels?
What?
You just used a bunch of labels to explain your
Right.
entire point, but you hate labels.
Well, no, but so here was my point, okay? And actually what I was truly alluding to, I actually got offended when someone wanted to hire me just because I was Hispanic. Because that's not what I'm trying to portray. I'm trying to get my foot in the door so I can show people that it's not that I'm a Hispanic-owned company, that I'm a competent person.
I
that's
understand
able-
that, and I've totally heard that from people of color.
Yeah,
I've heard that I don't want to be hired because of this. I want you to hire me because of my competence, and that still is something that's being addressed. And we have a great representation right now of a fucking woman, a person, a beautiful woman that is running for office. It's also a person of color. And what is she being fucking docked on by Donald Trump 24/7? A fucking YT, fucking orange man. Who
Right.
is constantly making her color of skin an issue.
let me ask you a question.
But I think you're demonizing labels when in reality, like,
labels that are a crutch to people. If a label is something that you're going to identify with and it holds you back and it makes you a victim, fuck that. Because
okay, you're saying if it makes you a victim, but if you're saying but in these scenarios that we're talking about, like if we're talking about a lesbian using it, these labels are not making them a victim. Like the people that I've met that have made it their entire personality, like it's not making them a victim. And also, like, you gotta like that's a very slippery slope going that way.
Let's
say that.
redefine that because, and I guess and I should have clarified this specifically. If the label is something that you identify that holds you back from embracing who you fucking are, then I am completely against that. Now, if you being a lesbian is your comfort zone and that's who you are truly, then yeah, you're right. And I guess I should have clarified that. But the reason that I wanted to talk about this subject is because questions like this it gets people riled up. And because there's people that their faith, what they believe to be like their pathway to heaven or hell, you're basically, and they believe that being a lesbian is evil. You're challenging their faith. And when you challenge someone's faith, you're basically challenging their whole mental construct. And I guess if I were to approach this and I were in a situation like yours, instead of saying, why is being a lesbian wrong? I would say something more to the effect of, hey, is me being a lesbian harming anything? It's bringing an awareness that having a sexual preference doesn't mess with anyone. So what's the fucking problem? What you choose to do privately is none of my business. And
do you think? Okay, cool. So, do you think that sex offenders should be labeled? Because that label is holding them back.
A sex offender?
You can't say that word, but you can say SMEX offender.
Okay, a SMEX offender is okay. So
That's
So,
a label, and it
yeah,
holds that
but-
person back, right?
but that.
But you said that
label-
it's none of our business, but it is my fucking business when I
Okay,
choose
so-
where I want my
but
kids to be around, right?
Let's further clarify that statement. As long as it doesn't-
That's why I'm saying what you're saying is a slippery slope, because you're going to have to
Right,
continue to
but-
hone down your definition of labels because you hate labels, but labels are very useful, and I'm keep clocking you on this, and you keep having
No,
to
but-
redefine what you mean, and I know that you're in good faith here, but I'm just saying that we've
Well,
used
so
we've
let me ask
used
you-
We've
let me ask
used
you a question.
labels for a reason, and I have no issue with labels. Now, if you have an issue with somebody holding themselves back because of trauma, that's, I don't know.
Well,
Like, that's a solely different thing.
Okay, so
Not because of a label.
Okay, so and I guess I'm redefining it because when I've never actually talked or discussed this issue before, and actually going back and forth, it's actually helping me to understand my issue with the labels. And this isn't just a lesbian or a gay issue. To me, this is all the labels that I've been hearing. And it's the labels that we use to identify our differences and separate us. When
You think we're separating. I don't think it's separating. I personally don't. We have done this since the beginning of time, where human nature is to find what we find, like.
So let me ask you a question then. In the case with the Democrats and the Republicans, they're both polarized right now. Polarized as hell. And if you ever step into
That's
one of
because of Donald Trump. That
No,
he's
that
he's
is-
the
that is-
no, you
that
cannot
is-
say when we had like fucking Obama and Mitt
It's-
Romney that it was polarized, because the only
dude.
polarization was the fact that he was a person of color, which is fucking absurd. He was a black man, and for the first time
dude.
running, and that was the only thing that was polarizing about it, was that after
always
fucking
been issues
hundreds and
between-
hundreds of years, we finally get a black president, and fucking white tea people are up in their fucking panties about it.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you appreciate the two-party system, or do you wish we could do away with it and just look at their fucking resume and determine who's competent to where we don't have only two choices? Because that's fucked up. Like, if you think about it, us only having two choices is ridiculous. And I mean, everyone says it. I mean,
It's off topic.
I know it's off topic, but what I'm alluding to is they've identified labels, they've separated people, and then they've limited our options to two people. What I'm saying is when you start putting too much power behind a label, it creates division, and then it
I
chaos.
don't necessarily think that's true. I think the problem here is that you're saying labels are bad, but labels aren't bad. Sometimes the way you use labels is bad.
Right. So the label itself, the lesbian, like me saying I'm a lesbian and I'm a victim of this, that is counterintuitive and not productive. But if you were to say, hey,
No.
and I embrace who I am, that's okay.
No.
That's
Okay. That is why I don't like this conversation, because this is giving very much I don't see color, which is a microaggression. To say that lesbians cannot identify the fact that they are lesbian and for that reason they are
didn't say
being victimized, or that.
I did not say that.
Well, you just said to say that you're a lesbian and a victim is not.
No, if I
Good,
said
because
I'm a
that's wrong.
lesbian and I'm a victim because of it, that's
Yes,
an
that is the case sometimes.
right.
that
but
is
if
true.
So if
How do you think we got the statistics for the hate crimes against lesbians?
no, but you guys are doing the right thing. Instead of being victims, you stand up for your rights and you have conversations like this to bring awareness to it. That is not identifying it. It's bringing public awareness to an issue that's ongoing. And by all means do that, but don't let it bring you down. What I'm saying is, you guys as people, fuck the label. You guys as people you can be powerful. You can be, you don't have to define your worth based on the social norms. You guys are.
You're saying that we define our worth based off of that. You are making a wide claim that we are all basing our worth based
I
off
said
of.
you don't have to.
Okay.
I said, so I'm saying specifically that if you want to truly embrace who you are and do a movement, you need to become independent from the labels and just like own
No,
your.
you do not. You do not. This is. I think your intentions are really good, But this sounds like we should be distancing ourselves from labels and embracing who we are as a collective. This completely ignores the nuances of oppression.
Let me
Like,
ask you a
that's why we
question.
need the labels.
Let me ask you a question. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I'm a straight male, right?
Yeah.
I'm Colombian, and I married a white woman. Okay. So a lot of people might actually not look at that too kindly, and if they don't look at it too kindly, I don't give a fuck. But what I will do is, if someone tries to step or be disrespectful to me because of it, you bet your ass they're going to hear it, and I will rain hell on them. That's what I'm saying. When you guys are being when a group is being oppressed, you need to bring the awareness, and you need to stand up for yourselves. But you also need to embody the fact that you're not just that label. You are an individual person that, and we're all the same. Like the reason I don't like labels, because it divides us in a mental construct. When we're all the same thing, we're all humans. We're all from Earth. We all come from the Earth. Okay, so why do we have to fucking divide every goddamn thing? It's just frustrating. Because, like, the thing is, the labels to me are what are tearing this country apart.
Because of the uniqueness and individuality.
And I understand that.
Do you believe diversity is a good thing?
Diversity in what you need to further define what that
Yeah,
means.
in every sense. Do you believe that having diversity in a nation, in a workforce, in a community is important?
Oh yeah, absolutely, it's important.
So,
Because you gain more perspectives that way.
Exactly.
As a business owner, I like to gain as many perspectives as possible.
exactly.
And the more culture, like I.
Hey,
I
the lighthouse, please stop monologuing and answer the question, then let Jay finish.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Jay, continue.
Okay, so this is actually great. And sorry, I'm going to go on a very, very quick yap session. So I'm not going to dox myself, but I do work for a very large company. Anyway, long story short, when I'm cold calling, when I'm prospecting, I don't need to explain who my company is because of the popularity. However, the same companies that are not as well known, they have to identify and explain themselves because they're not as well known and they want to get their name out there. They want to be with their competitors. The same with any diverse person. They label themselves to bring themselves to the same level and standard as the stereotypical, we would say, the stereotypical, YT straight cis person. So lesbians finding what's the word?
Community?
No. Lesbians finding empowerment, or not even just lesbians, any person labeling themselves to find empowerment and to understand themselves better, that's a good thing, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, oh yeah. No. I don't disagree with that at all. Actually, no, I think that is good. You should find, like, there's the whole thing in what I've been doing called Find Your Tribe. And yes, absolutely. That's where you find those connections. You find things you have in common with people. But at the same time, like, everyone should be respecting each other regardless of their differences. I mean, I just think that's like common sense. I don't understand why someone would be disrespectful just because. That's stupid. Right? So,
Well,
yeah.
yes, agreed, but this doesn't mean we have to get rid of labels or that labels are inherently harmful. The problem is not the labels. The problem is what people are doing with them.
Right. Okay. So let me ask you this: when you guys and understand, like, I guess I probably need to better identify what I mean by labels are damaging this country, is when it's polarized. When a label becomes so polarized that you can't even talk.
You have to understand that the polarization comes from typically the people that don't like it. It doesn't come from the community itself. It comes from the people that oppose the label. You have to understand that difference. The people that oppose like black empowerment are the people that polarize it. Like, the people that hate black empowerment are the ones that polarize it. It's not the black empowerment that has caused polarization. It's the oppressors that cause that itself. Otherwise, we wouldn't have to stand and hone down on on what we believe 20 times harder and say, because I am this, that I am human, or and vice versa. Like we have always used labels to fight for our rights. It's how we've always done it, because that's a part of us. You can't
Well,
change that. I can't change that I'm a lesbian, but I am human also,
right.
and
Now,
that's how you fight for rights.
Let me ask you a question, and this is just curious, and I didn't actually really truly come here to debate. I just wanted to like gain a new perspective because I'm trying to understand the psychology of people a little bit better. I mean, since you are a lesbian, I mean,
Yes, I am.
what is it that you've experienced where you feel like this is needed right now? Like, and I'm not discounting that. I just don't know how to say it correctly. So I'm saying, what led you to posting that?
So I live in a very southern state, but also our legislation is constantly being trying to be changed by religious people. I live in a southern state, so I see all the churches in my southern state plus everything that's being posted, where it's just like consistently we're being oppressed by religion. And I want to intellectually challenge people on that because they don't typically even have morals to begin with. Their morals are very selfish. It's just like what they think is good between them and God. But not only that, like it's just it's still illegal and can be penalized by death in 68 countries, which is fucking insane. And I talk to those people. Those people are in my DMs.
Wow.
And people that have left those countries are in my DMs telling me like what that's like to come into a country where you can walk around with your partner, and they have to deal with what the repercussions of living in a country where it's illegal. There's a fucking multitude of reasons that I do this.
No, that actually makes sense. So let's just say hypothetically, someone that you've convinced to be supportive, what would they be able to do to help us out?
I would just say like vote. Like if you're gonna vote, like voting is like the most important part. Being an ally, just like voting to make sure that like our rights don't get fucking taken away from us, because it's fucking ridiculous. Like the abortion shit is ridiculous. It's a religious argument. All of it's fucking religion, because the people that are fighting for the rights are typically not religious, and not all of it's religious, but typically the people that are oppressing us are religious. And some people that are not religious, and they just make up a dumb argument to fucking say that we're immoral.
Well, I'm sorry that you guys actually have to go through that. That sucks. But no, I just, and I guess what I was alluding to with the labels is, as long as it doesn't have a toxic meaning, that's really it. Because I just see labels, they get demonized, and then it gets polarized, and then before you know, like something that wasn't an issue becomes more of an issue than it ever
But you
should.
have to understand that the polarization comes from the oppressors. It doesn't come from the people itself. It's like we start fighting back because you start fucking oppressing us harder when we are standing in like
So this is a cause
like
and
what
effect.
we're fighting for. When these debates cause a fuck ton of arguments, which is so dumb. I'm literally asking you, why do you think being lesbian is wrong? And people get so fucking heated in here.
Because they just can't wrap their heads around. Like, for instance, when I was born, okay, and I know this sounds crazy to everyone that's listening and that wants to oppose this. When I was born, I liked women from out the gate.
Yeah, I do appreciate you, the Lighthouse, but I feel like we're just kind of going in
Okay, I'll
circles
let
at
you
this
go.
point. I do want to give somebody else a chance to talk.
Okay. All right, take care. It was nice talking to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Take it easy, man.
Yeah.
All right. Jay, you can stay.
Hi, Jay. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Sorry, everybody. I was really trying to understand what you were saying. What's up, Ivan? How old are you?
Who, me?
How old are you? How old are you?
Oh, I'm 20.
All right. Do you think that being lesbian is wrong?
Oh, no, I just want to say go lesbians.
Period.
Purr.
Take it easy. All right. If you're watching and you think that being lesbian is wrong, click the guest request to debate.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Barely.
Barely.
Are you like?
Sorry.
Am I in your butthole right now?
Can you not be disrespectful?
It's really hard to hear you.
Let's have manners, okay?
How old are you?
18. because
Do
you have headphones in or something?
All right, you gotta get out of my brain, AG. This is not cute. You gotta stop. This is starting to get creepy. Okay.
Do you have headphones on or something? Because we cannot hear you.
yes, I have headphones. Can you hear me better now?
No, can you take them out?
Okay.
Can you?
Give me a second.
Okay. You do not look of age at all. You look like a 12-year-old.
It gives 15. Happy 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she on a toaster?
Must be.
Okay, hello, can you hear me better now?
No, bro. Not at all. You cannot be 18. Somebody check
Speaking
her.
to us via rice cooker.
You are not 18 years old. You're lying. Your fucking profile picture, you are literally underwater and you are 12 years old.
Tin can.
Okay, if you're watching and you think that being lesbian is wrong, click the guest request to debate. Hey, how old are you? Hello? Okay. And he was a fairy. Alright, let's see. I was about to say, where's your water, Sam? No chemical burn.
A valid question. A valid question.
Okay, if you're watching and you think being lesbian is wrong, click the guest request to debate.
I think it's cupcake time.
No, Narc, you can't talk, bro. We're not doing this shit.
Hello,
How old are you?
I am 22. I know I sound young. I'm 22.
What year did you graduate?
I graduated 2020 COVID time. Or can we say
Okay,
that?
period. Okay, so do you think being lesbian is wrong?
Unfortunately, I don't like saying it, but I mean, yeah, I guess.
How come?
Because, like the rest of them, I am a believer in the Lord Jesus Christ.
Okay, do you think PDFs are wrong?
PDFs? Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Yes.
So it doesn't say that in your Bible.
What?
It doesn't say that being a PDF is wrong. So how do you where do you get your morality from? If you know that innately PDFs are wrong, how do you know that a PDF is wrong if God didn't tell you?
Because we have, like, our own, our own mind. We can make our own.
Perfect. Great. On that point, so explain in your own innate sense of morality why being a lesbian is wrong outside of the Bible.
Because we were made to procreate. We were made to keep the world going. And I feel like, in a way, even men, like straight men and straight women, fall short of this. In a way, I feel like it's very, like, secular. How everybody just wants to do what they want to do. And I guess that's fine. That's fine. But
Sorry, I said to use your own innate morality without using the Bible. So, and then you just went back and you said that's fine. So first of all, we can procreate. We can procreate.
Okay, so how?
Using IVF, surrogacy.
Okay.
There's lots of different ways we can procreate.
Yes, but it's not natural just because it's not like the way
So
of life.
define natural. Define natural. I don't think you want to
Natural, the way
appeal to
of life.
nature.
The way, yeah.
The way of life. That's not what
Yeah.
natural means at all. I don't think you want to appeal to nature, because that's a pretty. I don't think.
Why?
You want to do that.
Why do you think not?
So you're equating natural with normal, but you don't want to appeal to nature because you know it's natural. Cannibalism.
Cannibalism is natural.
Yes.
The
it
thing
is.
is, you can't compare us to animals who don't have consciousness and stuff like that.
You did it first.
How?
That's why I said you don't want to appeal to. You said it's natural. So I said you
Yes.
don't want to do that. So I don't appeal to nature because we
No,
see things in
because-
nature. If you'd let me finish, thank you. We see
Yeah, go ahead.
we see things in nature, right? And we don't do all of those things, or we find them immoral. Okay, so I find certain things in nature to be immoral, so I don't appeal to nature. So you saying that it's natural, I think you mean it's normal. Are you trying to? I think you're conflating the two.
Okay, so the thing is that we're not like animals. We have consciousness. We have soul.
We are animals.
Well, yeah,
but we're not
yeah, but
animalistic.
we're more than because if that was the case, if we were just animals,
No,
why
we are not
haven't
well, some of us are animalistic, but not all of us are animalistic.
yeah, yep,
But
yeah. So
we have a
so,
consciousness. Animals have consciousness.
Yeah, they do. But the thing is that animals are not out here having discussions and debates and stuff about like the meaning of life and
Yeah, and
who's
I'm
God
asking
and
you
who's
to.
this.
I'm asking you. You said natural.
Yeah,
You said
yeah,
that
natural.
IVF is wrong because it's not natural.
Because if and it's becoming a problem now, but that's like a whole other discussion. If it weren't for man and woman, then we wouldn't have everything. We wouldn't have everything that we have now. Like
We are well aware of that. You do realize that there's always going to be
Yeah,
straight people on
yeah.
the planet. Do you realize there's always going to be a man and a woman on the planet, unless a
Yes.
meteor comes down and fucking destroys us all? So
Yes.
what's your point? What are you getting
Like-
at?
Okay. So, let me tell you something. I believe that it's like the most natural way is the way God gave to us, right?
How do you
That's-
define
that's-
the word? How do you define the word natural? I guess. What does natural mean?
Natural. The way things go in nature and
Okay,
in
so we
life
see
itself.
that's great. So nature, there's homosexuality all throughout nature. There's 3,000 different species that practice homosexuality
But why?
for lots of
That's-
different reasons. Sam, do you want to tell them all the reasons for why we see homosexuality in the animal kingdom?
Sure. There are two main reasons that I enjoy. That actually relate very strongly to how homosexuality operates in human interactions. The first, oftentimes when straight couples will abandon their offspring, lesbian or GAY couples, this will go for animals and also in humanity, as LGBTQ people are 7 times more likely to adopt than straight people. They will adopt those offspring. Instead of allowing them to die, they will raise them as their own. This is especially prevalent in penguins, where some penguins will leave their eggs behind, and then lesbian couples will go find that egg, nurse it until it hatches, and then take care of it until it becomes an adult. The other reason that we see is that a lot of the time in species that we observe grape happens, queer animals will be comforts to female animals, which we see happen in humanity too, where women will feel very comfortable around GAY men because they know there's no point in them violating their consent because they're not attracted to them. We see this in gorillas.
So it's like a comfort thing.
One
Okay.
is for comfort, and the other it's for making sure that offspring that are left behind by straight couples don't die off.
But also love
Okay.
and companionship.
Yes.
Because then because if that's the case, that's partnership and also for comfort because it's true.
But they're
like-
animals. Remember, they're
Yeah.
animals.
Yeah.
They don't have a
yeah.
consciousness like us, so we're above them, right? We're above them. You said that what's natural is what we
Well-
see in nature, and I told you we see it in nature.
Okay.
So then
okay.
concede
So
on your
that-
point that natural doesn't matter to you because we see it in nature.
Well, that's like compassion. We know animals have compassion, right? That's not
What?
What do you mean
compassion.
by that?
Like, okay, so you were saying
I don't know
that
about
penguins.
compassion. They have empathy. I don't know about compassion.
Yeah, empathy, compassion. They have compassion for one another. So, like, let's say, like you were saying, if one of them gets raped, then the other one
Can't say that word on here.
Oh, sorry. I'm not on TikTok a lot. Sorry. So, if one of them gets, how do you guys say it? Graped?
Graped.
If you guys say
Yep.
graped,
Yep.
We know it's cringe. You don't have to remind us.
sorry. No, I wasn't. Okay, so let's say one of them gets that, and then the other girls come along. They're empathetic. They're compassionate to her, and they take care of her, right? It's not. It doesn't sound like they're doing it from like sexual. Oh, is that? Can I say that?
Yes, they
Well,
have
that's
sex with
not-
each other. They have
Yeah,
sex
but
with each other.
that's not what I said though. That's not what I said. Like there are some species where especially bonobos, They just
They be having
and
wild fucking homosexuals.
they just enjoy lesbian intercourse.
Who?
Like
Bonobos.
bonobos. They're our closest genetic relative.
Oh no, I can't say that. That's weird. I don't know.
You don't even know what they are. I just said the
No.
word bonobo.
Yeah, I
you
was
just
like,
don't
what?
you just don't fuck with the fucking
No, because that's how I'm
you
a
said
believer.
ew syllables.
Yeah, I was like, who? I'm a believer in Christ, you know? And
No, yeah, but it's just an animal. It has nothing to do with ideology. Bonobos are an animal. Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you can
yeah,
visit
yeah.
them in sanctuaries.
animals, bonobos, they're an animal. I got that from the first.
yes.
I just didn't know what bonobos were. I still don't know what bonobos are.
They're a great ape species that have very large noses. Think Squidward, but instead of a squid, it's a giant ape, and they're orange and kind of fluffy.
Okay, yeah, they're like in the ape family.
Yeah, they're in the great ape family.
Okay, let me ask you a question. So are straight and do you know what infertile means?
infernal beings.
Infertile. Do you know what infertile
Do you know
means?
what the word infertile means?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Sorry.
So is a infertile straight couple wrong for using IVF because they cannot have a child? The only way they can have a child is by using IVF. Are they wrong?
I don't think so. I don't
Okay,
think
so then what's the relevant distinction between a lesbian couple using IVF and a straight infertile couple using IVF?
Well, the thing is, I don't know. I don't think it's wrong necessarily, because at the end of the day, it's still a woman having that child, right?
And in a lesbian couple, it's two fucking women. So
Yeah.
one of the women's still having the child.
Yeah, but it's a woman having the child. It's not,
Huh?
because you're saying that
And that makes it wrong? Why? What?
it doesn't make it wrong to have kids. If you want to have a kid, because that's a child. But the thing is,
You just said it was wrong for a lesbian couple to use IVF. Because it's not natural. And then you said it's not wrong for the straight infertile couple to have a child using IVF.
it's not the stem thing, is it? Like the
It's in vitro fertilization.
mm,
You don't know what that means.
yeah,
You're not growing the kid in the lab. That's what I think you're thinking.
yeah. That's what I'm not okay with. Like growing.
No. You're not growing the kid in the lab. You're finding a sperm donor, and you're either putting your egg that you already have with sperm that already exists, or you're putting two eggs with a sperm that already exists. Nothing is being created, and no one's taking stem cells to try and genetically engineer into a child.
Yeah, that's
That's
the
not.
genetically engineering something is just not natural. It's not. But
Is
The
everything
IVF
that's
thing-
not natural? Is everything that's not natural? Is that bad to you? You already disagreed
Well,
with natural. I don't know why you keep
the
going
thing-
back to that. You can go back to normal and what you deem as normal, but then you're just gonna
Yes,
have to
yes.
explain why something that's not normal is wrong. Like there are plenty of things that are not normal, but not all of those are wrong.
because we have strayed so far from like, yeah, normalcy. I guess normalcy in every way, in every.
Do you like normalcy?
Well, it's not that like I do like it, but at the same time, when everybody's just going astray and doing things that they want to do, and like we've seen the results of that now, and the way that the world is going and everything, and I think that's what gets to me.
Hey, do you like
'Cause-
Trump?
Yes.
Yeah, you're a fucking
don't-
hypocrite. You're a fucking
I-
hypocrite.
Okay. Why?
I knew it. I knew you did. You're a fucking hypocrite.
I don't like him, but if you're asking me like if I'm voting for him, yes. Oh God.
Why are you gonna vote for the fucking fraudster, the fucking rapist? You want to talk about the world and its morality and how we've strayed so far when this man cheated on three of his fucking wives, one with a corn star, he just got convicted of 34 felonies, like, and then just got civilly held liable for raping a woman. Where are your fucking morals stand?
Not
So-
only that, he's on multiple accounts. He's disrespected women to the highest power.
Okay.
Disrespected
So,
people
does
of
that
color.
fall- does that fall
Disrespected
under
people of
your
color. Wanted to do
worldview
a
of
Muslim
morals?
ban. Muslim ban. Fucking hates Hispanic people.
Okay. So, who did you guys vote for last
No,
election?
wait, hold on. Answer the question.
Yeah, I will. But who did you guys vote for last election?
No,
Answer the
no.
question.
I'm assuming Biden, right?
Why are you deflecting and pivoting?
No,
Answer
I'm
the
not
que-
pivoting because
You are
it's going-
pivoting.
it's going
You
to.
are pivoting. You
Can I
are
answer?
pivoting. No, you are
No?
pivoting. Answer my question.
Okay, what was
you
your-
are a
what was your
walking
question?
hypocrite.
What was your
You are a
question? Why am
walking
I-
hypocrite.
why-
Hold on. I'm gonna answer your question. You are a
haven't
walking
even asked it.
hypocrite to say that we have strayed so far when you're gonna vote for a fucking man that is the biggest red flag on this goddamn planet.
Hang on.
Okay,
Wait a
because
second,
I'm
hold
not
on, hold
voting
on,
for
hold on,
him.
hold on.
I'm not voting for him because of who he is. Why? Because a lot of people voted for
Oh, really?
Biden.
So- okay,
when
that's great.
Biden
That's great.
Said
Hold on.
himself that he likes little, people. He likes.
He's never
little
said
people.
that.
He
Never
does.
happened.
He's
He
never
does.
said
He
that.
says that he likes them sitting on his lap. He's not a good guy either, and Kamala is not a good person either. I'll just tell you that right now. If you want proof, I'll give you proof. But none of them are good people. What I'm going based off of is what they provided when they were in presidency. When they were in presidency,
What the hell did
we-
Trump provide?
Trump
well,
drove us into the
we weren't
ground.
10% inflated in gas.
Well, we're back to
and
no.
commodities.
Okay, first of all, the entire world, the entire world got global inflation, and we're back down to 2018 global pandemic, or before the pandemic, 2.5%
Yes.
inflation.
Yep.
We are back to normal inflation. Gas prices are the same as they are. Depends where you're at. The only reason that we have grocery store grocery store prices are so high is because of corporate greed, which Kamala is the one that wants to change that. Trump doesn't want to do that. We are under Trump's tax plan right fucking now. His tax plan only benefits the top 1%. It doesn't benefit people that are middle class or low class. He didn't pass any fucking bills that help the middle class or the lower class. He only wants to
but
help the top 1%. You are
why-
indoctrinated to believe this shit. And also, let's make it clear, someone who just got convicted of being a fraudster with money, that does impact how they're going to run the country when it comes to governing money. Their character does matter when it comes to running a goddamn country, when it comes to them being at the top of the fucking food chain for holding the most power in the fucking country. It does matter their character. Because if you wouldn't let him be if you wouldn't let him be a fucking gym teacher, then why are you letting him be a fucking president of the United States?
I could say the same exact thing about Kamala and Biden.
No, you can't.
not-
They didn't
they're
fucking
not
do
good
shit
people.
compared to him. Okay, then what? Give us
Yes,
something.
Please.
Give us something, please.
Okay. So
Please.
Kamala, if you guys want to talk about morality,
Yeah.
people say that she effed her way up to the top, and it's not false. She broke a family. She's a homewrecker.
No, she didn't. That person was
Yeah, she
was
did.
divorced for 10
He-
years. That man
he
was
was
divorced for
not.
10 years.
He was
Give me the
not.
proof she broke up a family. Give me the
Look
proof
it
she
up,
broke
look
up a
it up.
family.
I can't say
Give me
hold on,
no.
that's a woman's
You made the
fault.
claim. You made the claim.
That is a woman's fault. If she knows that a man is married, but she decides either way to.
A single woman is responsible for herself. I'm not saying what
No.
she did is right, but a single woman is responsible for herself. A married man is responsible for himself as well as his family.
Yes.
Do you disagree?
No, I don't disagree. But also,
Right.
I agree that
Right.
if this single woman knows that this man has a family, I'm never going to get involved.
She got 4.5 million votes and then 60 million votes. How many of those fucking people did she have to sleep with to get to the top? Also,
I
the
have
person you're
no
talking
idea.
about,
I have
the
no
person you're
idea.
talking about could not have gotten her to where she got, by the way.
Oh,
She got to
no,
where she got because she was the vice president for Biden. That's typically how it works whenever your president drops out. The vice president steps in. If Obama dropped out, Michelle Obama would have took her place. She did not get where she is because she slept with somebody. Let's make
Okay,
it fucking clear.
no.
That is a misogynist fucking point.
Nah,
because
it's not. It's not.
it really is. It
I'm
really
really-
is.
I'm really
Because as a
just
first
using
fucking
this-
woman, the first fucking woman that's going to run for president, and of course the first thing that they're going to say, or not the first woman, that's the second woman
Yeah.
that's running for the second woman is running for president. Of course they're going to say,
not the
oh, she
first.
slept her way to the top. Another fucking misogynist viewpoint, and you
No,
can't
the
even
thing
prove
is-
it. How
but
can she
yeah,
sleep
but
her way to getting
she didn't.
4.5
He
million
was
votes?
still-
Hold on. How can she sleep her way to getting 4.5 million votes or 60 million votes? That's
Dude,
absurd.
the thing is that these people can do anything. They have all the power in the world.
So
You can
let's make it.
You can ask
so
yourself.
you want to say, okay, the person you're talking about, Willie, he doesn't have the
Okay.
power to do that. They're on equal playing field. He doesn't have the power to get her to where she is. She got herself there. Let's make that clear. Second of all, that being your only sign that she's a bad person
I
against
have more.
Trump's fucking insane
I have
list
more.
of shit that he's done. Are you absurd? It's such an absurd claim.
I have more. Not only that, not only is she a
Okay.
homewrecker, not only does she break down
not.
a family.
She didn't break a family. That's false information.
she was
did not
going-
break a family. He was already divorced.
Okay, and that's not what it says. Every article
Then
that I
where?
read, every article that I have
What,
read,
social
I
media?
don't
Give us
remember
one.
that. That's what I'm
What,
saying. Look
social
it up.
media?
Look it up because the
You
first
look it up.
Fox
You said you
News.
where did you read it from?
I
Where
read
did you
it
get
from
your
every
information
single
from?
article. I don't
Then
have
give me
it
one.
right in my
Where-
head.
Then-
Here,
you
you
have
want
any
me
great-
to search it up? I'll be back. You want me to search it up?
Go for it. Yep. Honestly though, we're moving on. I knew that she was voting for Trump. I just literally wanted to what's up? How old are you? I wanted to prove that she was a hypocrite. Hey, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
What year were you born?
Huh?
What year were you born?
2006.
Okay. Do you think being lesbian is wrong?
Yes.
Why?
Because like it because it's like not normal.
Define
That
normal.
ass. Oh, I just want to make sure we're being fucking for real. Like, are you fully serious?
Yeah.
Damn, that's so unfortunate.
What is
Yeah.
normal?
Current boy.
What else is normal?
No, the word normal. What does normal mean?
Not a lesbian.
Oh, okay. Everybody, definition of normal is not a lesbian.
God. Bro, trolling for what? Why? How do you get a kick out of making us lose brain cells?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, suck my penis from the back.
Girls
Get off the
have
line. Get the fuck. Anyway,
0% rage bait. Steph, how old are you?
31.
Alright, do you think being lesbian is wrong?
Nah.
Bro, you were up here fucking eating in my ear earlier.
No, I wasn't.
Yes,
that's
you
a
were. I
different
remember
person,
you.
I think.
I've never been in your live before, dude.
Oh, okay. You look so familiar. You look so you look exactly like the dude. You look exactly like the dude early, when I fucking first joined, and he was eating pizza, smacking in my ear.
Nah, that wasn't me.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah. I'm just having fun on the internet, dog.
Okay, do you think being lesbian is wrong?
No, I said no in the beginning.
Oh, okay. Well, I just want people to debate, but I appreciate you, man.
Well, how about I kind of disagree?
No.
Okay, bye-bye.
But I appreciate you, man. Take it easy. All right. He's having a fun old time, let's say.
He's just being silly. You're just a silly little guy.
Bush,
You're such a nigger, bro. Like, what the
no, shut up.
Why is it always the children?
Jay, you're so quick. God, I literally put my thumb on it and he was gone.
I can feel it. I don't know.
Hello,
Hey,
good evening.
how old are you?
22,
What year were you born?
2003, February the 12th.
Okay, do you think being lesbian is wrong?
Yes.
How come?
For one, the high abuse in their relationship. Second, the impact they have on the young of a lack of a father.
Alright, so one, abuse happens in any relationship dynamic possible.
Higher rates. Higher rates.
Okay, so
Hello?
do you
You hear
think
me?
that any demographic in relation to another demographic having something worse off makes it bad? Do you think
So
being a
let me
man is
scheme up the
wrong?
argument.
Do
Make
do
I
do you
scheme up the
think do
argument.
you, do you think being a
You're
man is
saying that
wrong?
because a demographic has a larger amount of danger to it, is it wrong to another? That's your argument?
That's what I'm asking. Is that your argument?
Yes.
Okay,
So being a man
so
is
is
wrong.
being a man wrong?
So being a man is wrong?
Thank you so
That's
much
what
for
I'm
the roses.
asking.
How,
One
well,
in four
no.
men are rapists. 1 in 4 men are rapists.
Um,
So with that
where did you
statistic,
get that statistics? No, I do not grant you that. Where's that?
I'll give it
Where
to you.
can I find that?
Yeah, can
Thanks.
you give me your source while we're at it? Thank you so much for the heart me and the roses.
Source for abuse in lesbian relationship.
Yep.
Research for source for lesbian
Say that again.
relation.
What's the
Hold
source?
on. Give me a second. So domestic violence you're asking for, right?
That's what you said, brother.
Huh?
That's what you said, man.
Domestic
I asked for your
violence in.
statistic for women being more in
Alright.
having more DV, or lesbian couples having more DV.
Having a higher rate in percentage.
Yes, we're asking you to show where
Thank
you
you so
got
much,
that
Tyler,
from.
for the roses.
Alright, there's two. The one from Carl Lanston, SC. You hear
From
me?
whomst?
So,
From Carl Laston, SC. You hear me?
what?
Carl Lagerfeld, brother?
Laston.
Langston Hughes? Like. Could you just spell it out, maybe?
Thank you so much, Tyler, for the roses. I appreciate you so much.
CHARLESTON, SC. That's a
Oh,
comma, then SC.
Charleston. Okay. Charleston what? Like what's the name of the article?
Lesbian parenting violence fact sheet.
Okay. And just so we're aware, this is going to say that it happens more often in lesbian relationships than any other kind of relationship, right?
In the not something, what you call that again? Not, is it per capita or what's the other one? They are per capita, then they have they are per capita, then they have the other one. You can remind me if you know of it.
So here it's giving us about 17 to 45% of lesbians report having been the victim of at least one act of physical violence perpetrated by a lesbian partner. The disparity between the number 17 and 45 is so absurd that you can't be for real. Between 17 and 45, how do I know what number to pick? Do I just assume the highest number?
Well, you can lowball it or highball it, and it is still a high percentage.
Thank you for the.
If
High
I
amount.
lowball it, it'll be lower than heterosexual couples. If I highball it, it'll be higher than heterosexual couples. The disparity is too big to make a
Yes,
judgment.
but understand that their percentage is lower. So if it's that high, and the percentage is so low, it's going on a more higher rate.
Okay, but we don't know what number to pick.
Well, you can.
Are we just supposed to like just randomly pick that shit? It's probably
Well,
around here. Like is that is that is that the vibe? We approximate in stats now?
so you want another one then?
That would be preferable, yes. Thank you for offering.
Oh, you're welcome.
Like someone approximate how many milligrams of ibuprofen to give you. They either give you a good dosage or they fucking kill you. Like it's kind of it's a little important. Like just a little. So we finna get that other source or
Give me a second.
oh okay. Okay.
Alright. I look up research for source of domestic violence
Thank you, Tyler,
percentage.
for the roses.
So from the domestic violence in lesbian relationship,
Can you
it
say
goes up
DB?
to
Can you say
43.
DB so I don't get banned? Thank you.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Thank you, Tyler,
So
for
you
the
want a
roses.
This is
peer
called-
research? You want a
This is
peer
called-
research or
Peer reviewed sources would be preferred, yeah. What did you say the name of the study was?
peer reviewed?
Yeah,
Hello?
yes. Hi.
I don't have brain cells, bro.
I'm operating off 1/16th of a brain cell right now.
I lost mine yesterday, so.
Damn, crazy work. With all due respect, sir, I'm confused. Chat is bored, and if there is a god, he's disappointed. Well, damn. All right. Well, bye.
Moving on to the next guest.
Moving on to the next guest.
Hey, how old are you?
18.
What year were you born?
2005.
What month?
December 6th.
Perfect. Do you think being lesbian is wrong?
Yes.
How come?
Strongly. Well, as a religious man, a Christian, I kind of follow the Bible and all of the laws it passes down to me and my thoughts.
Alright, can you prove God's real?
No, but just like how you can't prove gravity real, you have to look at it
Actually,
through
we can. So we can demonstrate gravity's existence, right? So there's plenty of ways.
You can demonstrate it, but you
Yes.
can't prove it.
Okay, so there's things
see
called
the effect
theories
of
that
it
have
and you-
evidence. If you would let
Yeah.
me finish speaking for a fucking second, thank you very much.
Well, let me
So
know.
we have things that are theories that are backed up with evidence that point towards it, right? And so gravity is a theory that has a lot of evidence. We can use the evidence by demonstrating gravity, to prove. So would you like to demonstrate God's existence for me?
Wait, before we even continue, guest, what does prove mean?
Guessed.
I don't know. I can't see your name from here. I'm sorry. What is your name?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't know. Do you know what prove means?
To visually be able to represent something.
It doesn't have to be visual. No.
No.
Proved it means to demonstrate
Thank you.
crazy work, the truth or existence of something via evidence or argumentation. So demonstrating gravity would be proof.
So who the fuck are you?
I'm sorry?
What did he say?
No.
Oh no, you could fuck off hardcore.
What did he even say?
I think you said who the fuck are you?
Oh. Someone who knows what words mean. You should try being me sometime. Maybe it'll work out.
Period.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
All right. Do you think being lesbian is wrong?
No.
Perfect. All right. Well, take it easy, man. I am just looking for people that do think it is wrong.
No, I just want to come on and say, my daughter, I'm 35 years of age, my daughter now has a girlfriend, and I accepted it with open arms. I said, it's nothing to do with you or what the public think, it's what you think in your heart is correct.
I appreciate you, Tyler.
Thank you so much.
W Dad Tyler in the chat. You're awesome, man. Take it easy, Tyler.
Dad.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Per.
Big fucking W.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're moving on. All right, if you do think being lesbian is wrong, click the guest request to debate. Somebody said W Daddy. What's up? How old are you?
Hello?
Hello, how old are you?
I'm sorry, I didn't even know I joined. Can you take me out?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Take me out. Why did this girl come back in? Use underage. Get out of here, boy.
One of these days you will have to serve for the crimes against humanity that are these accents.
Yeah.
God damn it.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
Alright, do you think being lesbian is wrong?
Yes.
How come?
Just up until recently, I didn't think it was wrong, but then me and my wife tried having a baby and we can't, so I think that's wrong.
Oh. You guys,
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
We're lesbians, so you know.
But you can have IVF.
I know, but like, you can't have a half you, half her baby.
Do you
And
know
it's
that?
a little homophobic.
You know they have three-way IVFs.
Yeah, but it's
I don't know.
expensive.
I don't know. Yeah, they are fucking expensive.
Yeah, it's very pricey.
I'm just saying, it's a little homophobic.
Oh, for
Quite.
sure. I say that shit all the time to people on here. I'm like, you think we don't want kids? We gotta pay a shitload of fucking money. It means we really want a goddamn kid.
Yeah, not to bring like politics into it, but they're like, we want more babies, and we're like, we want babies, and they're like, yeah,
Not
but you
those.
can't
And
have
bro,
babies.
and here's the issue with a lot of these pro-lifers. They want to ban IVF.
Okay, but then you have Trump who's like, I'm gonna make IVF legal, but then his pro-lifers will eventually realize that IVF and like specifically like outside of the body, so like when you're making an embryo and you're putting it back in, you have like 30 embryos that are just there, and you're not gonna have 30 kids, so they're gonna freaking lose their minds when they realize that they're like offing the embryos.
True.
Yeah.
So even if they do try to push for it, once they realize that it contradicts what they're trying to do, it's just insane.
Love that counter dick.
Listen, it's late.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys, and I wish you guys the best, honestly. And I hope
Good
that some
luck
way,
with all
somehow,
these brain
money.
cells.
Yeah, I hope
We don't
money
have
comes
any.
your way, so that you
too.
guys can have a child. Take it easy, okay?
Or you do.
Bye bye.
W guest.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, if you think that being lesbian is wrong, click the guest request to debate.
Hello,
Hey, how old are you?
I'm 25. You?
22. Do you think that being lesbian is wrong?
Yes, I do.
How come?
So, I don't know what I can say, but let's say rainbows, they produce more CO2, which is bad for the environment, than straight people, which I think is an issue. Would you say that producing more CO2 is an issue?
How do we produce more CO2?
Because I don't know if you've been to like a Pride event. Actually, your USA. Do you have Pride over there, like Pride parades and that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm UK, so that might be cost different. But yeah, at the Pride events, they use a lot of smoke machines, and smoke machines produce CO2. Now, straight people, by comparison, do not use as many smoke machines as.
Oh, really? So EDM events. How about EDM events?
those people are, I don't know what I can describe to them as. Let's say they
Are you
substance
trolling?
stuff.
Are
No,
you trolling?
I am not. Those people are substance users and they are lower in society. If you get what I mean, we're not really counting them.
So the smoke
No,
machines.
this
I think
has to be rage
you're
bait.
trolling. Yeah,
This
you're
has
trolling.
this has to be rage
I don't
bait.
even want to engage because, like, I
What
think
do
you know how
you
dumb.
guys show respect to the substance abusers?
Yeah, me personally, yes. They just have a mental health issue. I don't think we should demonize people for having mental health issues.
I can agree with that. However, at the same time, it's kind of like, like when you go like, I don't know what what's weird with Tesco's. You know when you go to Walmart and there's some guy outside.
I like your name though.
You know when you go to Tesco.
I like your name,
don't.
Jam Bucket. He's got a nice name.
Bucket.
You got a nice name, bro, and you're funny, but I don't want to engage respectfully because I don't have a brain cell to argue with you. What's up? How old are you?
My older cousin put me on here. I'm gonna go now. Nigga.
Hey.
Nigga.
Hey, shut up.
They really can't count, can they? Because there's only one. At least be accurate. Crazy work.
How old are you? Why are you laughing? Wait, Sam, what happened? Why are you laughing?
Nothing.
What happened?
Nothing. If you didn't hear it, that's for the best. Unless you want me to repeat it.
Hold on, I'll just have my girlfriend explain it. I don't get jokes. Oh, Sam. No.
And I ate. Thank you.
Gotta make the best of it, I guess. Fuck. And
Yes.
fuck that kid.
I must cope. Also, thank you
Strange,
for
are you there?
Oh,
Strange, are you
hello.
there? Yeah, hey.
Playing
how-
Minecraft.
I'm guessing you don't think that being lesbian is wrong.
Oh, hell no. Love who you want to love, my guy.
Period.
I'm bisexual, so, I can't really tell no one nothing.
Well, enjoy your Minecraft. I appreciate
Women.
it.
Before I go.
Oh.
Oh?
Shit, you said before you go and then
Well, to be fair, our brains are barely operating, so I think it's fine.
I'm sorry. Strange, you can come back up. What's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
What year were you born?
You're a liar.
Yeah, you're a liar. Y'all think you can trick us? Come on now.
You don't even say it with confidence.
18.
I'm 18.
18.
No,
Can't even. And then I said what year? Silence.
Silence. Crickets.
If you're watching, you think being lesbian is wrong, please click the guest request to debate. Thank you so much for the heart me. Okay, apparently I've had this person before.
Hello.
How old are you?
18.
Not again, bro.
Please. No. No. Don't delete me.
Ew. 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 Gross. Fucking ew. Ew. It's fucking disgusting.
Oh my god.
People push those out of their vaginas on purpose and they get older and do that. All that work for what?
I feel like I need to shower.
I'm about to take a whole... Nah. The rest of my night running water will be cascading down my
Where's
person.
the bleach? Where's the
Please.
Lysol?
Where the fuck's the Clorox, bro? This is not okay. Nah. I'm gonna take some fucking Fabuloso and a loofah. I'm tired.
Why do you feel like being lesbian is wrong?
Oh, hello.
I don't. I think it's amoral.
You guys aren't debating on why it's wrong?
We are debating people that think it's wrong, girl.
We're all queer.
Oh, I got the wrong misconception.
It's I.
I am so sorry.
No, it's okay.
Bye.
I'm glad you came in like that, though. Period. You should come in like that.
Fire.
Yeah. He was
Standing
like,
on
he was like,
business.
why the fuck you think it's wrong?
No
I'm one of you,
introductions,
I
no
promise. I'm one of you, I promise.
One of us. One of us.
If you're joining and you think that being lesbian is wrong, please click the guest request to debate. Hey, how old are you?
I'm 19.
What year were you born?
2005, May 25th.
Did you say 19?
Yeah.
Okay, do you think that being lesbian is wrong?
From my standpoint, yes. And before I say anything, know that I'm saying this all with respect. Yeah, I think you're both great people, probably morally, but I just want to say this. From my standpoint, yes, being a lesbian is wrong. I don't disrespect you, but I'm saying what you're doing is a sin. I'm not judging you. I'm saying what you're doing is a sin. I'm not judging you, though, right?
Okay, cool. So do you think that being a PDF is wrong?
Yes, it is wrong. It's a sin.
It's not a sin. It's not in the Bible.
Yes, it is in the Bible. I mean,
no, it's not.
The Bible does have rape in it, and it is a sin because you are.
You can't say that word. And hold on a second. Hold your horses. Don't get your panties in a twist. I'm gonna come at your Bible, so just be ready for that. Okay?
I'm locked in.
You're locked in? Okay, cool. Do you think slavery is wrong?
Yes.
Cool. Well, your God doesn't.
Look, okay, but the Bible never said that slavery was a good thing. It does have slavery in it, but it never said.
No, it actually
He
condones it.
commanded
It tells you
bestie.
exactly how to do it.
Okay, tell me what's first. Tell me what's.
All right. Well, there's a fuck ton, so I don't know where you want me to start, but I'll just start with we can start with Leviticus. So we'll go to Exodus. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Where is it? Here it is. Leviticus 25:44 through 46. Your male and female slaves are to come from the nations around you. From them you may buy slaves. You may also buy some of the temporary residents living among you and members of their clans born in your country. And they will become your property. You can bequeath them to your children as inherited property and can make them slaves for life. But you must not rule over your fellow Israelites ruthlessly. Then let's go to Exodus. Okay, so Exodus 21, the entire passage, actually, the entire chapter is actually just how you can own slaves. And what to do with them. So, this specific verse, where did it go?
Let me ask you this: did God Himself write that? No, God Himself did not write that.
So this is the Levitical and Mosaic law. Okay, this is the condoning of God. God allowed this, but made sure to let you know that you can't mix two fabrics, and made sure to let you know that you can't eat shellfish. So back in the Old Testament, this is the same God you worship. He doesn't change. He's the same God in the Old Testament as the New Testament. So I don't really give a fuck in what verse or in whatever context you're meaning. In this is Levitical law, and God condoned it. He allowed it.
Okay, but God
sanctioned it.
My bad. Sorry, I can't talk. God lets stuff happen for a reason. Everything has a reason. Listen.
So, in what reason would be good to own people as property for life?
Well, it depends. What were those people doing as slaves? It depends.
It doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck if you're the worst person on the planet. You do not deserve to be owned as property for life. Would you like to be owned as property for life under the Exodus law?
No.
Okay, so then why the fuck would it be morally permissible, regardless?
Like I said, God lets stuff happen for a reason. It's not.
And okay, so what reason is justified to own somebody as property? And if you own them as property for life, you can beat them as long as they live for 2 to 3 days. Is that okay?
No.
Okay, well your God condones it and allows it.
But like I said, He lets everything happen for a reason.
So what is the reason for owning people as property for life? And allowing them to be
It's not my reason. How am I supposed to know that? It's not my reason. It's God's reason. It's not my reason.
So, okay, so then then you just don't have morals. and neither does your
am moral,
God,
and I said
then
it's
I'm
wrong,
more
but-
moral than your own God because your God allowed slavery, but made sure to let you know that you can't mix fabrics, but told you and gave you explicit instructions on the fucking slavery in the Bible.
But look, can I say something? Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Sorry. God made Adam and Eve, not Eve and Eve. Here's the thing.
Prove he made Adam and Eve. Prove it.
Huh?
Prove he made Adam and Eve.
How am I supposed to prove that? It's in the
Great
Bible.
question.
That's all the proof you need. It's in the Bible.
No, that's not in the
And
Bible. So
is
is the Quran real? Is the Quran true?
No, I don't believe in it. It doesn't mean
Okay,
it's not
cool.
true,
So
but I don't believe
how do you not believe in the Quran? And you're going to use a circular argument saying that it's true because of the Bible. You have to prove the Bible now. So prove that the Bible is real.
Because I'm going based off of a book that was written 2,000 years ago, and it's still
That was written hundreds of years after everybody fucking died off.
It was written thousands of years ago, but okay.
Yes, and the original, all the testimonies in the Bible, because like Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John, those were not written by Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John.
Yes, it
Most
was. of
the Bible, no, prove it. It was not.
I'm going based off a standpoint of witnesses. Now, Muhammad, I don't even know.
How many witnesses do we have outside of the Bible? Not in the Bible, the witnesses outside of the Bible. How many witnesses do we have outside of the
It
Bible?
doesn't matter about witnesses. It matters about factual
You just
evidence.
said just said we're going based off of. So then, which one is it? What's factual evidence for the Bible being true?
There is still Bible prophecies that are being fulfilled today. If you don't believe me, look at the Euphrates River. The Euphrates River is drying, right?
No, it's not. It's been drying for hundreds of fucking years and going in and out of drying. It's been
No,
debunked.
not as bad. Not as
Yes,
bad.
it has. It's been debunked, and I don't really give a shit if a river is drying up. Rivers dry up everywhere. Thank you so much for the Aaron.
Okay, well let me ask you about politics. Hold on. So what you said about Trump, right? Being that the inflation rate has still been the same since 2018 when Trump was in office, right? Let me
Why are
ask
we
you this.
pivoting? Hold on. Why are we pivoting to politics because you can't prove your God is real? That's real sad.
No, because you're getting all mad about it, and I don't want to.
I'm not getting mad.
Make anyone. Yes, you are. You're literally screaming at me. I don't.
Screaming?
If you wanna change the subject, you have to concede on your point.
Okay. I'll just say this now. I'll tell you a different Bible prophecy. The moon is rusting. And the moon is turning red, right? That has also been proven in the Bible as well.
Okay, because some things that are true, but there's also things that are not true in the Bible per se. The fucking flood did not happen, which is the first story told in the Bible. No, the flood did not happen. It has been disproven that the flood, that it rained for 40 days and 40 nights, could not have happened. And did not happen.
Let me ask you
There
this.
was a flood in Mesopotamia, but there was not a worldwide flood for 40 days and 40 nights.
Okay, maybe it was.
That doesn't prove the Bible, though.
Like I said, there's more prophecies that I can explain.
Bro, all you need to do is prove Jesus Christ is the Son of God. So prove Jesus Christ resurrected.
Witnesses saw that he resurrected 40 witnesses over 40 days.
40 witnesses out of the Bible. So give me the witnesses that were eyewitness testimonies outside of the Bible.
It was written by the witnesses of that time, but I'm talking about the witnesses that were there that didn't write.
What are the witnesses outside of the Bible?
Hold on, you cut out. What'd you say?
What are the witnesses outside of the Bible for Jesus' resurrection?
Listen, I just told you. I said those witnesses did not write a book on it, but the other witnesses
Okay,
did.
cool. No, so you have to prove the claim that Jesus resurrected and died by proving. You can't just say, I can't just make a claim and say that 500 people saw Jesus resurrect. I have to prove
I said
that.
500 people.
So, what?
I never said 500 people.
That's what the Bible says, homie. That's what your
I was
Bible
gonna
says.
say 500 people would be more accurate to claim, but
Yeah, not 40. 500 people saw Jesus resurrect.
Okay, but
So you have to prove that claim, and you would have to use outside resources. Where are there evidence for that? You don't believe in the Quran or the claims that the Quran makes.
I don't believe in the Quran. I don't.
Okay.
It's not.
But the Quran makes claims all the time, so why are they not accurate, but you are? So Quran can make claims and they're not true, but when the Bible makes claims, they are true.
Okay. Well, what?
Bro, you are so lost. It's not even funny. That's a simple fucking question.
Yeah, because I'm also multitasking here. Let me put it down. Hold on. All right, what'd you say?
Why, if the Bible makes a claim, is it true? But if the Quran makes a claim, it's not true. Thank you for the roses.
Because, like I said, there's Bible prophecies happening today that are being fulfilled. Like I said,
They're not. And also,
Yes,
the
they
Quran's
are.
all of the religions. Dude, all of the religions have prophecies being fulfilled. That does not prove
Okay, tell
anything.
me which one that's of the Quran that's being fulfilled. Tell me.
I'll tell you. Also, that doesn't
Zachary,
prove
what are
that
you
Jesus
talking about?
resurrected, because we're talking about a supernatural being here. We're talking about God. So even if a book projects the future or whatever the fuck, I don't really care. You're also talking about a river that is probably going to dry out, because rivers typically fucking dry out. We see that. But that doesn't prove anything. Because that river, by people that have been talking about that river, Euphrates, they are literally debunking that it's been drying out and then goes back to normal. It's been drying out for
Okay,
hundreds
let
of
me
years
ask you
and
this.
going back to normal.
Let me ask you this. So the Euphrates River, right? It's drying, but do you know what symbol it's making when it's drying? Do you not see that symbol? God in Scripture, Jesus says that He's the first and the last, the Alpha and the Omega. The Omega sign in Hebrew, it's I don't know how to explain it, but what it is. But you know what that is, right? The Omega sign. Do you know what that is?
Yep.
Look at the Euphrates River. Look at it. Look at its current situation. Look at what sign the Euphrates River makes. You see that? Look it up. Look up the Euphrates River now. It makes the Omega sign. And let's not talk about these solar eclipses we had. It went over 7 cities named Nineveh, and in the Bible, Jonah gave Nineveh 40 days to
Oh my god,
repent.
you're really gonna tell me that this? I wish I could fucking show y'all that this equates to the fucking Omega sign. You guys are reaching so hard. That doesn't prove a supernatural being, by the way.
Let me finish though. Let me finish. It went over 7 cities named Nineveh, and in the Bible, God told Jonah to tell Nineveh that they have 40 days to repent, right? And then after that, the other solar eclipse that went over, it casted a shadow above 7 cities called Rapture, right? So you want to tell me, and on the map, it makes a tar, and in the tar, it's like a kind of like a cross, but it's more of an X. And in the Bible, in Hebrew, tar means the end. Right?
So
that's not a coincidence. That's not a coincidence.
To you, it's a coincidence. To us, it is a coincidence. I don't really. That doesn't prove it. So this is what he's referring to.
Yes, look at that's the Omega sign right there. After, look, that's the Omega sign. That's what I'm trying to say.
This is the Omega sign, y'all. That's Omega. And then he wants to say that the river right here. Y'all are so funny. The way that y'all reach for this shit. The way you reach for that is.
Yes, it did. Automatic, melodic. Yes, it did. It literally went over 7 cities named Nineveh. Yes, it did. And Rapture. Look it up. Look it up, please. Look it up.
Oh.
But can I correct you on something since you are pointing questions towards me? Can I ask you something?
Sure.
So you want to tell me that the inflation rate has still been the same since 2018? Why since then has the inflation
I didn't
went up
say
by 4%?
that it's been the same. I didn't say that it's been the same. I said it's back to, and if you fucking listened, I said it's back to what we were at 2015 or 2018. Sorry, but at 2.5%.
It's went up 4%. It's went up 4%.
Right now, we're at global inflation is 2.5%, which is the same as it was in 2018.
Okay, well let me ask you this. So since Biden has been in office, right? Why has the border been open to let a bunch of people in? Like the border's not been secure. There's literally been Haitians coming in, eating dogs and eating cats. There's been
okay.
Hang on. Oh my God!
No.
Please eat.
Let me. Can you say the word one more time?
Haitians.
All right. Wait, no.
I thought we were being respectful.
What?
I thought we were being respectful. What happened to that?
You're being racist.
You're being
racist.
How am I being racist?
Number one, The image of the goose is not related to Haitians at all. That goose.
Trump and JD Vance are literally currently being sued for all the shit they said. Do you know that? Trump and JD Vance are literally going under. They're getting sued.
That picture of that guy holding up that goose was actually a guy moving a goose from the row that had already been hit because he didn't want it to get hit again because that would have been very gross.
I'm not trying to be racist. Like, I'm not trying to be racist.
You're just
Trump's little bitch.
What someone...
Can I say one more thing before you kick me out? Because I know you're going to. All right. So let me ask you this.
Never said I was going to.
When Trump brings peace, like he did for the 4 years he was in, he had.
He brought peace. He brought peace.
Yes, he did.
Turning over Roe v. Wade, and the amount of women that have died from Roe v. Wade, separating all of us, trying to change.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about peace between countries. All right, let me just ask you that.
Bro, he didn't bring peace.
When will it matter?
He didn't bring peace to countries. He did not bring peace. Do you know that none of them actually respected him, right? They thought he was a fucking joke.
He was literally the first ever American to walk into North Korea. What are you talking about?
And they didn't listen to him. They continued to nuke shit. They didn't care what he fucking said. Are you kidding?
Trump put him in his place, but what has Biden been doing? Sleeping.
He did not. Trump didn't put him in his place, dude. He continued to do everything.
Dude, bro, listen. He literally called him. Kim Jong-un literally called him and asked him. He said that I'm going to nuke your country. And Trump literally, he said this on an interview. He said that my button is bigger and stronger than yours and mine works. That literally put him in his place. What are you talking about?
He continued to do. You're literally crashing out, bro. He continued to nuke shit behind your back. Yeah, he continued to nuke shit behind Trump's back. Trump didn't do anything.
But he made no more threats. Like, listen here. He kept peace between China and Taiwan.
Oh, right. He didn't do any more threats. He just did actual
Ukraine
damage.
And Russia. Like,
are you listening to Sam?
What is she saying?
He didn't do any more threats. He just did actual damage to other places. Because that's a lot better.
Okay, what are those places that he did damage to?
All the other places he nuked? Do you want me to grab every single other place
but did he nuke a country? Did he nuke a country? I'm asking that. No, he didn't. So you're making it... What?
What?
What do you mean by the places he nuked? He nuked...
Give me a second. Oh my god.
So you're a Christian, you're voting for Trump? That's quite ironic.
Yes, because listen here, I literally
he's a rapist. He's a rapist. He's a fraudster. He's not a rapist.
He is a rapist.
He's not a rapist. Give me a single piece of evidence.
Convicted.
He was convicted.
Case was already shut down. There was no proof to back it up.
Oh, really? So give me one piece of evidence from the E. Jean Carroll case that you know of. Give me one piece of evidence.
It didn't work out. The case got shut down. That's all the proof I need.
No, it didn't. He literally got civilly convicted. Are you joking? He got civilly convicted. He had to pay $87 million to E. Jean Carroll. It was not shut down. He paid $87 million.
I know the case was still shut down though, so.
No, it wasn't. He got civilly convicted. You can go look it up.
Okay, well let me ask you this.
You're just blatantly lying.
Let me just ask you this though.
No, I asked you a question. Give me a single piece of evidence from the E. Jean Carroll case.
I don't know. I don't.
Okay, so then why the fuck are you claiming like you know that it was a lie? So now you're just perpetrating more fucking harmful grape culture. She didn't lie. One of her pieces of evidence was from 1996.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
You are wrong. You are completely wrong. He paid $87 million to that woman.
Yo, Lil Gab, can you stop writing? Good God, bro. Ban him, mods, ban him. I'm literally just talking. Can you talk
to me?
Yeah, I am, but literally all she's doing is just spamming. Can you ban him? Can you ban him? Like, what did I do to you?
Spread misinformation?
Get over it. Get over it.
I don't.
You just said that E. Jean Carroll didn't get raped by Trump based off of literally knowing nothing. So I honestly literally couldn't care. And you also said the most racist shit.
Did they have any proof against Trump that he did that? Did they have any proof?
Yes, there is literally. He got convicted of it. There's so much evidence.
Okay, tell me some of the evidence.
I'll give you some.
Also, for the Kim Jong-un claim, after meeting with Trump, he detonated 3 more nukes for testing sites.
Well, let me ask you this.
For the same distance that he would be able to. Okay.
But that has not happened after Trump put him in his place. That has not happened ever since then for Trump. There's wars going on right now, And there, there was literally.
Do you know why they were tested? Do you know what the distances were?
Yeah, to hit us, but still
similar distances to hit us. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, they're scared. They're acting behind our back, but they're not like fully blatantly threatening us like they're doing now.
Yeah, because that would be stupid.
And
the
Kim
more
Jong-un
strategic thing to do would to just surprise
Trump,
us.
but he doesn't respect Biden.
When did he say he respected Trump?
Because he let him walk in his country. That's respect.
That's not respect. That's
Yes,
knowing
it
your
is.
opponent, genius.
That is respect. That is respect.
That's understanding your
in his own
opponent.
country is respect. Yes,
he
it is.
walked into the country so he could understand his opponent better, because he knows Trump is a loose cannon. If you know someone who is a loose cannon has control over that many nukes, you're gonna want to get to know him well. Of course, you're going to allow him into the country and meet him face to face. That way, you know who you're up against. It's smart strategy. It's not respect. Nobody respects him.
So you're gonna tell me letting someone walk in your country who's an enemy is smart? Is smart? Like
yes, actually.
Keep your
Depends
enemies
on how
closer.
well you're able to strategize.
Keep your
And
enemies
clearly,
closer.
with how much control he has over North Korea, he has to have some intelligent strategists behind him. So if you know that the biggest powerhouse in the entire world is insane, of course you're gonna want to get to know him well. He's not letting him in because he wants to be friends. This does not respond to what I just said. Every time I give you a point against something, you just immediately go for, okay, well, I'm not going to touch on what you just said. Anyway, let's pivot.
But tell me, what has she done to help the country? Like, tell me.
Sure. When she was prosecutor, she made a program that helped marginalized people, particularly the ones that were incarcerated. She got their records expunged, and then she allowed them into the workforce after rehabilitation.
Thank you so much for that, mustache.
Hey, can I tell something real quick? Someone named Nathan says, "Can I come up and say something to me?" Let him in. I don't know what he says.
No.
You don't reply to shit.
We're not running this live.
You just ask questions and then don't listen to the response and then pivot.
Yeah, because they're not like actually good questions.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
What's up?
I was just curious what aluminum brand you recommend for, your tinfoil hats.
So we're being respectful, right? So we're being respectful. Right?
I was curious. I thought you would have
So we're being
insight on
respectful,
that.
right? Okay. Well,
No, that was a genuine question.
Look.
Wait, what's wrong with
Why
that?
don't you believe in God? All right, this is the last question I'm asking, then I'm gonna leave.
He got that.
Why don't you believe in God? Tell me why.
Like, do you do you have a specific brand?
Okay, but tell me my question. Why do you not believe in God?
First of all, what brand do you use?
Yeah.
Can you answer my
I need to
question without
know.
being disrespectful? Can you answer my question?
I need to know. I need to
I'm being genuine.
He got that.
I'm not hurt. I'm just.
I don't know. Probably people like you who come up here and who are walking contradictions, who support a rapist, a convicted felon.
Okay, and you support someone who
most of the
literally
people who
sniff
follow the
kids.
Bible are heinous, and also just the heinous acts in the Bible in general. Also, the fact that there's no substantial evidence that
Okay,
God is
well, let me
real.
ask you this.
Probably
Even though you don't believe
facts.
in it, what do you think Christ did when he went on the cross? He died for you. He thought about you.
Hey, mister.
I
Hey,
didn't ask for
mister.
that.
Hey, mister. Guess what? It's not
Wait,
real.
also,
But
hold
also,
on. He
let
didn't-
me make something very clear to you. So God had to come down as himself in human form, sacrifice himself to himself as a loophole for rules that he created, and then gave no evidence for that?
He humbled himself.
Solid.
He humbled himself into human form.
Oh, so he can be humbled?
He humbled. No, he
can.
humbled
So he can
himself in
change?
human form. He came onto this earth. He did miracles for everyone, and he literally died for you. All he thought about was you on the cross, and you're talking about him in this way. Even though you don't believe in it, it's fine. If you don't believe in it, that's your belief. I'm not going to judge you on that.
Technically, Jesus didn't die for us. He was technically offed.
No, he died for us.
No.
No, listen here.
No,
he had
God,
60,000 angels ready to wipe us
he
off.
died for
Listen,
God.
Stop interrupting me. He had
I can do what I
70,000
want.
angels ready to wipe us off the face of the earth.
I'm still
But he
waiting
said no.
for you to tell me which tinfoil brand is the best. actually
on Judgment Day.
curious.
Okay, on Judgment Day, from your standpoint, what if God is real? What are you gonna say to
On
him?
Judgment
What are you
Day,
gonna say to
You know
him?
what I'm gonna do? Hey, hold on.
hand to hell.
Jay, stop. Hold on. This is what I'm doing on Judgment Day for Pascal's wager, motherfucker. If God is real, I'm gonna have a fucking balls to tell him that he's the most immoral fuck on the planet. That's what I'm gonna fucking do. And I don't give a
you're
shit.
telling me that
I'll
he
walk
died
my
for
ass
you
to
and you
hell
think
to be
he's
as
immoral?
far away
So
from
you're gonna tell
God.
me he died for you and
Yeah,
you
the
think he's
slavery
immoral?
that he fucking,
He died
the
for you?
slavery.
He's immoral. He's
I don't
immoral?
get. He didn't die for me. He died for himself. He sacrificed
No, he
himself
did.
as a
He
loophole
literally
for
went
his
to
own
hell,
rules.
and he grabbed the key for your sins. What are you talking about?
Went to hell, bro. He's God.
He literally went to hell for 3 days. You're not saying any facts.
Where does it say in the Bible?
Wait,
Where
hang
does
on,
it say that God went to hell?
This is very
He
much
literally
giving,
went to
like-
hell for 3 days. Yes, he did.
This is giving your parents being like, I sacrificed so much for you. I didn't ask for this.
Literally. So true.
I don't-
Where's the
like-
consent?
So you're gonna
Also,
tell me
like,
you haven't asked for
don't
that,
have
but
enough-
you know
don't
how
have
you know
enough
how
substantial evidence
imperfect
to
we
even
are
prove that
in
God
front
is
of God. You know
real.
how imperfect we are in
Give
front
me
of God.
one reason why I should believe that God is real when He does nothing but condemn something that has
He
been
doesn't
proven to
condemn.
be
Okay,
natural.
ask me
Or
a
not,
question.
normal.
Ask me a question about, like, because most people ask these kind of questions, like, oh, why is there evil in the world? If God was there, like, oh, how can you prove God exists? Like, those kind of questions. Instead of asking me these weird questions, ask me.
What?
What
You
does
want me to
Isaiah
ask you a
45:7
simpler
say?
question so that you can answer it?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
But what
not a
does
simple
Isaiah
question.
What
Those
does
are questions
Isaiah
that everyone has,
45:7
and
say?
I have the answer to them.
What does Isaiah 45:7 say, bestie? What does it say? Do you mind telling us what it says?
Isaiah? I'm not there yet in my Bible.
45.
Oh!
So then,
Oh!
so then, how are you making these claims? How are you making these claims?
Brother, you
Okay.
don't even know your God's morality.
Yes, I do. He literally died for me, and I'll tell you.
That's
my
what
story.
you're told, sir.
I'll tell you my story.
That's what you're
I used to
told,
be
sir.
like
But
you.
because
I
you
used
don't
to be like you.
critically
Listen,
think,
hear my
because
story.
you don't
Nobody
critically
cares about your
fucking
testimony.
think, nobody gives a shit. First of all, I used to be a Christian. I have Hebrew tatted on my neck. I don't believe because there's no fucking evidence, and I also don't believe because your God's morality is fucking horrendous, and he's a walking contradiction. He's something perfect cannot create imperfection. That's literally a contradiction. Also, there's just no fucking, like, your entire religion is founded upon incest. Let's say Adam and Eve are real. Cool. Guess what? How they procreated the world? Through incest. Your God thinks it's okay to grape people. Your God thinks it's okay to sanctionize slavery. And your God thinks that it's okay to, that women shouldn't have rights and shouldn't speak, and all of this shit. There's so much shit in the fucking Bible that's absolutely fucking horrendous and heinous, and, I just really could care less for it. Your God's morality is absolutely disgusting, and if he was real, I'd say that shit to his fucking face and then walk my happy ass down to hell, because that's where I'd rather be. So, if you have any fucking last words to say, please.
Cleared. Damn.
Okay, I'll tell you my last words.
Cleared.
Sorry.
Zach, thank you so much for the fucking money gun.
Hey yo. Oh my gosh.
Alright.
I fear she cleared.
Moving on. Man was mad. Man was sad. Man was mad. What's up, how old are you? Thank you for the
I'm
roses.
18.
And what you were
I'm
doing.
18.
Profile
September the 17th,
Thank you for the hand
2006.
raise. Thank you for the heart me. Alright, you think that being lesbian is wrong?
No. I just got a question for religion, like what you guys are talking about. So, you're saying God isn't real, correct?
Yeah, if you want to go debate religion, you can go to another platform. I'm asking if people think being lesbian is wrong. As soon as you come after the Bible, here I come! Here I come! Hi, how old are you?
I just got out of surgery and you're really pretty.
Oh, hi.
Thank you.
Hi, Journey.
Period. You okay? You healing well?
I don't know. I'll tell you in the morning.
Okay.
Aw.
Thank
okay,
you, bye. Period.
I know Journey. Journey's so kind.
You got out of surgery and saw an angel.
So true.
That is so funny, but like great at the same time. What's up? How old are you?
I'm 29.
All right. Do you think that being lesbian is wrong?
No, but I just wanted to say that it's so nice
Thank
to
you for the
hear
cap.
Americans/Canadians, whatever you guys are, using critical thinking because it doesn't happen very often.
Wait, say that again. It's so hard to hear you.
I said it's very nice to hear you using critical thinking skills, which is just so refreshing to listen to. As you
Oh
know,
yeah,
Tia.
I know. I always talk about our fucking education system here sucks, and I love that the UK, like, you guys are just way ahead of the game. And you know what I love is I watch a lot of the, like, I don't know where it is in the UK, but y'all fucking debate each other on the streets, and I fucking watch like people like Muslims and Christians debating, or atheists and Christians, and like I like love how far you guys are just way ahead.
It's just so fascinating to watch as someone from the UK that you even have to have these arguments with people because it's so fucking dumb. And like, it's just absolute, it's insanity. I've never seen anything like it in my life. So I just think,
Wish we could relate.
you guys are killing it. So keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate you so much. Take it easy, please.
Yeah, you too.
All right, thank you. WGS in the chat.
represent.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? How old are you?
I'm 18,
What year were you born?
2006, in May.
Cool. Do you think being lesbian is wrong?
Yeah, because fucking Jesus, he died on the cross, and you just want to eat puss? What the fuck? Dude,
Jesus died on the cross for this.
dude. He died on the
Jesus
cross
died on the
so
cross
the Romans
so
could go
I
into
could
bathhouses
eat
and get
puss.
naked, like men. And you just want to lie around and
And I
eat
thank him
puss all
every day for it.
What the
And I
fuck?
thank him every day for it.
You want to lick the clitoris?
Oh.
Gross.
Oh my god.
You're great, bro. Take it easy, okay?
Whatever, you're going to hell, dog. Smell your
That was a great. Hey, by the way, fantastic fucking. What's the word? My
Troll?
brain's no.
Accent?
No. Of the last dude.
Impersonation.
Great impersonation of the last
Oh.
dude. Great impersonation of the last dude. What'd this dude say? I'm praying for everyone who watched this who is a Christian.
Hello.
Hi.
How old are you?
18.
What year?
2006.
Okay. Do you think being lesbian is
What
wrong?
year did you graduate?
I literally graduate this May. That happened like literally last 2024
Okay.
in May.
You think being lesbian is wrong?
Yes, I certainly think that being a lesbian is wrong.
What's the mitochondria?
Excuse me?
What is the mitochondria?
How did you get offended?
Can we do a question at a time at least?
Well, this isn't for the debate. I'm just wondering what is the mitochondria?
Well, I'm here to debate about why is being lesbian wrong.
And
not
I'm
about
here to
other
debate
stuff.
about how old you are because I don't believe you. So what is the mitochondria?
So you're just being disrespectful because
I'm
of my
not being
voice
disrespectful.
because it's
I
high?
genuinely don't think that you're this old. So I just need to know what is the mitochondria. I'm not being mean. I'm being dead ass.
Is it because my voice is high, right?
Can you just
It's
answer
because
the
of your
question?
cadence. Well, what is the
Yeah.
mitochondria?
God. Okay, wait. You said, can you repeat that again?
What is the mitochondria?
Okay. What is a mitochondria? Can you repeat it one more time?
Girls
Okay.
googling it.
No!
Crazy work.
No!
Powerhouse of the cell.
Not them whispering it to you.
Okay, I have a question. Wait. Okay. What would you do if when you... Okay, so he said yes would go.
You're not even taking this serious, are you?
What would you do if when you... Okay, so he said yes would go.
Can we just start with the debate at least?
What does DNA stand for?
Deoxyribonucleic acid.
See, we're not asking you. You sound of age. We're asking this other person who does not sound of age.
Whispering. Whisper. Can you tell them I'm 18?
No,
Tell them I'm 18.
Tell them I know how to drive. Tell them I have my license. Crazy work. God doesn't like when you lie. You know that, right?
Oh my god.
Do you know where liars go?
How old are you?
Hi, I'm 18.
What year were you born?
2006.
Thank you so much for the hat and mustache afterwards. Do you think that being lesbian is wrong?
No, but I just wanted to say that you guys are doing amazing. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Nowhere in the Bible did it say that it's wrong. I'm Catholic. I'm Christian. I support you guys. Keep doing
Period.
what
Sorry,
you're doing.
sorry you gotta hear all my atheist shit. I do love you though.
No, don't worry. I love you too. Have a great day.
You too.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
too, my love.
All right. Moving on. If you think that being lesbian is wrong, click the guest request to debate. Jaden, I really liked your question.
Oh, holy shit.
Sorry, I'm not supposed to be here.
Oh, okay. Love you.
was
Take
just
care.
pressing the like button.
Oh, I got you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Keep doing it.
Yes.
Sorry.
I think Jay's question really allowed us all to critically think, you know? It was very provocative.
Honestly, yeah.
Honestly, I almost peed my pants.
Thought process. Yeah.
Hey, how old are you? Thomas?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you.
Hi.
How old are
Thank you for having me to begin with.
Thank you for coming up.
My only question is, were you born a female or a male?
A female, and I am still a female.
Okay, but you prefer to be in a lesbian relationship?
Yes.
Can I ask why? May I ask why?
Because I am attracted to women, and I am not attracted to men.
You're attracted to women, but you're not attracted to men. Well,
That's the definition of lesbian.
I understand that. I understand that completely, and I respect your opinion and your
It's not
wishes.
an opinion, that's a fact.
Okay, that's a fact then. Let's take it from fact. But you're biologically programmed to be a female. Am I correct?
Well, you're not biologically programmed to be a female.
No,
you
you're
turn out as
biologically
female
you were born a
sometimes.
female. You were born
Oh, okay.
a female.
Oh, okay.
You're biologically
Yes, I am a biological female, and what
okay,
about
therefore, the only thing, there's nothing female wrong with you. The only thing wrong with you is your brain function.
Yeah, so
Oh, this is the fucking queer is mental illness. Please give us
No,
proof.
I'm not telling you it's mental illness. I'm just telling you you have been programmed in the wrong direction. That's all.
Okay, yeah, so
In your upbringing, perhaps you had a relationship at a young age. I don't know.
Nope.
No.
Okay, when did you discover that you were a lesbian?
I had crushes on girls in kindergarten.
Since kindergarten.
Yep, when
Is
did you
that-
know you liked females?
Well, I'm 77 years old. I've liked many females, but that's not the point. What I'm trying to say is, I had three
Thomas,
daughters.
you should read about the new science about sexual orientation since you're so fucking old, sir. That science changes and evolves, and you should read about sexual orientation not being a choice and where it comes from, because we have answers now that it's not a fucking choice and that it's not a fucking
lifestyle.
Unfortunately, I agree with your decision. That's your decision. But on the other hand,
it's not a decision the same way it's not a decision for you.
okay, I agree with your position. Then let's just say that. How's that?
Position
Okay.
upon what?
Well, if you prefer to be a lesbian, that's okay. I said that's okay. But I'm
Okay,
trying.
but then when you say that something is mentally wrong with me, that's where
Yes.
you're wrong. So where do you get that from? What science,
you're a
psychology
female.
is telling
Yeah,
you?
yes, as a matter of
what
fact.
what
yes,
science
as a
and
matter of fact,
psychology study?
You are psychologically. Unfortunately, you're psychologically unfit. I mean, after all,
We're
this is
asking you for proof, sir. You've already
your
said
proof.
this.
The proof is in you. You're living
No,
proof
that's
that
not
is
how that
wrong.
works.
You're
You're just
living
saying.
proof. Don't you understand
literally-
that?
No,
You
we're
are
asking
living
you for
proof that it's wrong.
Sir.
Okay,
Do you
I'm
know? Do you know the difference between something being different and something being a disorder?
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, let me ask you a counter question. Do you know, I'm not going to bring up religion. I'm not going to bring up anything but science and biological fact. Okay?
Well, you tried to, and you were wrong.
No, I'm going to. I'm going
What
to
deems
prove.
lesbians as unfit?
Well, the reason being is if you were born a female, you're biologically programmed to perform a female function. What is that? Is to procreate. And if you
You can
have
still
not
have kids.
I'm
You
sorry?
can have children.
You can, absolutely. That's what
As
I'm
a
saying.
lesbian couple, we can have a child. I can still bear a child. Do you realize that, right?
With someone else's semen.
Yeah.
Would
I'm
you
okay with that.
would you say that females who were born infertile are psychologically unfit then in your worldview?
Would you run that by me again, please?
Yeah. Would you also, in your worldview, do you also believe that infertile females are psychologically unfit?
No.
Okay,
And now,
so
let me give you the
what's
reason
the
for
difference?
that. Some women are barren. They're artificially inseminated, but they still perform the function of a female. Some lesbian couples, they have.
Does function equate to
Let me finish my point.
equate to purpose?
Let me finish my point, and then I'll listen to you.
Sure.
Some lesbian couples, one of them become inseminated by a fan or whoever they choose.
A
But then
fan?
they become a parent. Is that correct?
Does function equal purpose?
No. The
Okay.
function does not equal purpose. The function of a female is to provide and contribute to humanity as best you can. Not because your selfishness to say, oh, I've decided to become a lesbian, so I'll just exist in the world and not help out any. I will not procreate. I will become a lesbian all my life.
You know
and I'll
what I would
become
love
one.
to touch on?
You accomplish
There
nothing.
are so many things.
Don't you understand that? You accomplish nothing
there are
by
so
being
many
a
things.
female without
there are
a
so
male.
many things.
No,
There's
there's not.
there are so many things to cover here, and I would love to tackle
Absolutely,
them
there's so many
because
things
of
to cover
because of how dehumanizing this is. All right,
I'm not
So
dehumanizing
you,
anything.
You are.
I'm not even talking religion on this.
Would you please be quiet? I'm gonna mute you if you don't learn to be quiet. You're being very disrespectful.
Number one, to say that a woman's purpose can only be achieved because a man comes in her is fucking disgusting. Get a grip. Number two, lesbians want nothing to do with men. That is not a choice. That is a genetic predisposition. Unless you can provide me a source to the contrary, stop making biological claims. Number three, lesbians contribute to society a lot of the time in many different ways, including how they contribute to technological trades and STEM, how they contribute to medicine, and how they adopt the children that straight people leave behind to rot and be abused in foster care. So now that I'm done speaking, you're gonna stop talking over me. I know you don't view me as a admit that what you're saying is being pulled out of the depths of your ass. Thanks.
Fucking eat. Thomas, if you can figure out how to unmute yourself, you can unmute yourself now.
Well, the only problem is that I see with it now, I've listened to you without interrupting you at all. Would you have the courtesy to listen to me for maybe 2 minutes? Here we go. As I said, you are a biological female. What are you going to leave behind after your demise? What will you leave behind?
You can have a kid
or
not.
Wait a minute. Let me finish. I listened to you without interruption. What are you going to leave behind?
Are you going to respond to anything Sam said? Or did you just listen? Hold on. Did you just listen to speak afterwards? You didn't even listen.
I heard what she said, but I disagree with everything, so there's no response.
You disagree with everything that she said? So
Yes,
you
I
think
did.
women are just incubators for you as a man?
No, women are responsible for procreation.
And that's a subjective purpose. Aaron, if you'd like to speak, I would love for you to speak.
I just want to say
yes,
one
it is.
point.
That's why
I wanna say
God.
one point real
That's
quick.
why you were created biologically to reproduce.
Thomas,
Simple.
may I pause you there, please?
you're going to cut me off. That's fine. But you're
Well, here's the thing.
biological.
First of all, you're saying that you let them speak. You literally had to be muted. And also you've gone back on your word. You said you weren't going to bring religion into it. You just did. Okay, so nobody was created with a purpose. I just find it strange that you feel it's okay to reduce a human being's purpose to procreation in nothing but your own estimation.
Well, I'm muted, so I can't respond to that.
You don't sound very muted. Please carry on.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought I was muted, so I wasn't going to respond to that. Here's my point. I appreciate all living things, very much so. And I want to see humanity continue in such a form that we will procreate, advance to our civilization, and then that and beyond. And without the female, the species will die off.
Lesbians can have kids.
But not if everybody's a lesbian, huh? If everybody was a
they
lesbian,
can. If everyone's lesbian, everyone's GAY, then everyone can just do
Can I
IVF or
ask this one thing?
surrogacy.
You're talking about artificial insemination into the
Yes.
female, and then the couple raised the kid. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that's right?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
By right, do you mean there's a kid at the end of it?
I'll accept I'll accept that because that is a good human. It's a good Christian thing to do. All right, and I respect that, and I respect who you are. But I was just trying to clarify that. I just couldn't understand why you did not want to procreate one of your own to generate your DNA in a future generation. That's all.
Not everybody contributes to the human race by just making more humans.
Why not?
Because it's not for everybody. Here's one of the great things about being a person. You get to decide your purpose. Nobody can assign this to you. Right?
Do you really
can
believe
have
that?
functions. You can have functions like functioning genitalia. Congratulations. But it doesn't mean that there's a purpose assigned to it. You get to choose it. Right? Let's say Marie Curie, right? You know who Marie Curie is?
A what?
Imagine, and this is going to be a huge stretch, I'm sure. Imagine a woman scientist.
I know women scientists. I do.
Okay, great, cool, perfect. So imagine one. That's amazing that you know women scientists. But imagine one created something so useful to the human race that has saved millions of lives and never had a child themselves. Would you say that they still helped?
They did their contribution, yes.
Okay, and they didn't have a baby. So it looks like we're in agreement. Next topic. What's your favorite ice cream, chocolate or vanilla?
I don't prefer any of them. I don't like ice cream.
For the first time, I'm starting to feel like there's no connection between us now. You don't like ice cream?
11 years old. What?
Okay, I'm just saying. I think you've conceded then on the point that there's nothing wrong with being a lesbian.
No, I disagree.
Congratulations on reaching enlightenment.
I respectfully disagree.
I don't think you do disagree. I think you might be disagreeing with yourself here.
No, I disagree with you. Okay?
Why?
We
You
both
just
have our
agreed with
opinion.
him. You
and
just
I
agreed with
said-
Aaron.
I said I respect your opinion, but I disagree with you, and that's just
You
it.
didn't actually. You just said that she contributed to society without having a child, which is exactly Aaron's point.
How did she contribute to? Is her DNA left there in humanity?
Yes, and she left some spit on the floor. But the point is, she contributed to the human race in a way other than procreation.
Actually, there was a woman who what's it called? Who she had a condition. I forget which one. It might be cancer. But she had a condition. She suffered for a very long time in her life. But she allowed researchers to do observation on her. Her cells, despite this happening like over 100 years ago, still live to this day, and they use her cells to do medical research as we speak. She did not have kids.
I didn't know that. That was amazing.
That's possible. Life can be created in a laboratory. I understand that, They can
No,
have.
life
That's
wasn't
not
created
what
in the
she said.
laboratory.
Thank you for
That's
the
not what I
gifts.
said.
Well, I understand that you said you took cells from this lady that was 100 years old, and they made something. They made a life form.
No.
No.
No. Okay.
Which conversation were you in?
Also, the person saying I'm reading off of a screen, bro, I'm looking at someone make a silicone Oreo. Calm down.
Okay.
Anyway.
They took her cancer cells and have used it as research to this fucking day. What conversation are you in, Thomas? Because it's not this one. You're not listening.
Okay. Let's just. I'll tell you what. Let's just make it easy. I wish you all good evening. You have a wonderful life, and thank you very much for having me on. I appreciate.
Thank you, Aaron.
What the fuck?
Well, thank you for having me up.
Yes, Henrietta Lacks. Yes. Yes.
You want me to drop you to
Also-
the comments? Oh wait,
Yeah, I
what do
just
you
want
want
to
to
say
say?
one last thing.
Yeah.
As if that other guest would be able to look at you and Sam and say that there's imperfections. Come on. Two of the most beautiful people I've ever seen. It's ridiculous.
I appreciate you, Aaron. All right, I'm gonna
I'll
drop
see
you
you
to the
later.
comments, but stay there. And now that I know
I'll
how to
stay as
add,
much as I can. It's nearly 4
What
a.m.
am I,
but I'll stay
chopped
as long as I can.
liver?
I can't see you, Jay, but I apologize. You are also just a
You have
wonderful,
to-
beautiful person.
You have to use your imagination.
I'm imagining all kinds of beautiful.
Aww. Thank
Appreciate
you.
As someone who has seen
Hey,
Jay's
hey,
face in
Aaron.
an image, can confirm very beautiful.
Wait, you have?
Yes.
Honestly, not surprised.
Aaron, did your interview go good?
It did, thank you. They've basically let me write my own ticket. It's great.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'll message you about it later.
Yes,
Sorry, I was
yes,
supposed to message you. I apologize.
No, you're good. I meant to message you too, and then I got distracted. All right, Aaron, I'm gonna drop you to the comments. But you should get sleep if you're tired. 'Cause it's 4
I
o'clock.
might.
Okay. All right.
Take care.
You too. Aaron is our angel.
Mm-hmm.
We love Aaron.
Very, very much.
What's up? How old are you?
Oh, sorry. Hi. I was gonna I requested to join because I wanted to just point out quickly to Thomas that there's 1,500 animal species that are observed being gay. So
Oh, he doesn't care. Because he was talking about
Yeah.
biological woman. He wouldn't give a shit about animals.
I was just gonna
his
point
brain
out
no
to him that
working.
it's been observed existing in
Yeah, he doesn't. He wouldn't give a shit
Environment.
because he believes in God.
right. Yeah. I'll drop
All
back down because I'm not against the point.
I appreciate you. Take it easy, okay?
Yeah, you too.
Bye,
Thank
love.
you. All right, moving on. We'll do a couple more and then we'll get off because I know it's getting late for Sam too. What's up? How old are you? Hello. You there? Hello?
Hello.
Okay. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Do you think being lesbian is wrong?
Absolutely not. I'm actually just sitting here with my fiance and just wanting to say you guys are awesome. And Thomas is way out. We're not biologically wrong in any way, shape, or form. And I just want to thank you for being here and being advocates for all lesbian couples. And I'll drop back down because I know it's not. You're looking for non-advocates. But.
No, but I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Take it easy, okay?
You too. Bye.
All right. Bye. W guest in the chat. Super sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Laura's back in here.
Who?
The UK.
Oh.
Did you get pissed off by that old man?
Sorry, I know I've been up before, but I've never enjoyed a live more in my entire life.
Oh, good. I'm so glad.
It's absolutely fantastic.
I'm really glad, and I really appreciate your support.
Also, why would anybody want to procreate with an ugly, fucking fat bastard like that? Sorry, I know
I
that
didn't
sounds
say
a bit
it.
harsh, but what are you contributing to society other than bringing more ugly people into this world? You don't need it.
I cried
Because you were fully booked Uncle or something.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you,
Anyway,
Laura. Take it
that's all
easy,
I'd
okay?
say, Slay.
All right. Take it easy, okay?
You slay too, bestie.
Okay.
I wouldn't be able to sleep tonight, me personally.
Okay.
I'd have
Thomas
to
is
cover my
back in the
ears up.
guest box.
Hey, yo.
What's up? How old are you?
18.
What year were you born?
2006. February
month?
15th.
Are you a girl or a boy?
I'm a boy.
Why does your voice sound like that?
I don't know.
You haven't hit
When did you
puberty yet,
graduate
bro?
high school, bestie?
I just want to say something real quick.
Nope.
What year did you graduate high school, though? Never mind.
I know.
At least that one can do math.
I know what your voice should sound like if she's 18.
Yeah, no.
And it ain't that.
Mm-mm.
It ain't that.
No.
Hello.
What's up, man? How old are you? Hello? Hello, Michael?
Hello?
Hello? Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Hello? How old
Hi.
are you?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh
How
my
old are
God.
you?
I'm
Michael.
40.
Okay. What do you think being lesbian
Hello.
is wrong? Can you not hear him? Can you not hear me?
Yeah, I mean, I could hear you. I just couldn't hear you
Coming in
immediately.
live from the Keurig coffee
It's kinda
machine.
funky,
What the fuck is going on?
You're Michael. You got low bars, bro. You gotta go move to another area and request back up, okay? All right. Moving on. If you do think that being lesbian is wrong, click the guest request to debate.
Hello.
Okay. Hey, how old are you?
I'm 18, 2005, 9th of November.
You do not think being lesbian is wrong.
I do not. I actually forgot I was requesting. I was requesting back when Zorro was giving out, and I wanted to ask, like, oh, does he think that Trump was giving respect to the Taliban when he invited them to Camp David? But, like, that's long gone anyway. But while I'm here, I just wanted to say, like, you guys have been doing an amazing job eating up these people.
You just ate. You just came up for 10 seconds and fucking ate, Nathan. Come on.
No, like, I wish he was still here. I really wanted to come up here and be like, everything
He
you're saying
might.
is so hypocritical.
I think he still
no,
is.
he was here for like 15
He
minutes.
is
but
here,
I think
actually.
he left. Oh,
He's
he? Zorro,
yeah,
hi. Oh my god, hi.
Okay, so I'm gonna say something and then I'm gonna go. So y'all are gonna tell me, y'all are gonna sit here and
No, you're gonna listen to Nathan. You're gonna listen to Nathan, because that was Nathan's entire point. Nathan just wanted to talk to you.
Yeah, no, like, directly. So, like, originally you started off with your entire argument being like, oh, we can't justify lesbianism because it's wrong in the Bible. And then you turned around and went, oh, but slavery can be justified. That doesn't make any sense to me. And then you turned around and you were saying all these things about Trump, like, oh, he's showing he's getting shown all this respect from other countries. War started after he was out of presidency. Well, he invited the Taliban to Camp David, which is a really, really important place. Like, let's be for real right now. Are you saying he showed like some respect to terrorists? Like, let's be for real right now. And also, he stated in his debate against Kamala that Putin had all the weapons pre-made for his fight against Ukraine while he was there. And he implied that he would let the resources fall out of Ukraine because he thinks that that would bring peace. Do you think that's morally acceptable?
Zorro?
Oh.
Zorro?
I think he broke his brain.
I'm here. So
You
y'all
sound
are
so
gonna
sad.
sit here, 3 people against 1 person. Y'all gonna gang up on
No.
We've been silent the entire time.
You guys were Thomas repeating, so you had another moderator. I don't care. You gang up on people.
Shit. We
Don't
ain't
be
say
pivoting,
shit.
honey. Don't
We
be
ain't say
pivoting.
shit.
Hold on, Zorro.
Respond to me.
You do is gang up on people. You cannot 1v1 somebody. You cannot be in an actual one-on-one debate.
It's between you and Nathan.
One-on-one debate.
Zorro, it's between you and Nathan. What is going on?
Okay, Zorro, both of them were being completely quiet. I made my points, respond to my points. The two of them will allow you to respond to your point. But also, clock your echo, please.
I know they were not. They were both talking to me. I'm done. Goodbye.
They didn't talk!
So now we're just lying?
They debate me.
Bro!
They literally said, Zoro, it's your turn to talk, and that was it.
Hey, it's okay, Zoro, because guess what? This shit's always recorded, and guess what? You can go back and watch when Nathan literally just ate your ass up, and then nobody fucking spoke, and you cried like a little fucking baby.
Poor Zoro.
Poor Zoro.
I appreciate you, Nathan. Fucking eat it rapid fire, motherfucker.
No, for real.
I've been debating with far right people for like the last 5 hours. So
oh my god,
brain's
really?
Ready.
Yeah, all right. You do your brain cells. You're doing God's work.
I don't have the followers to set up my own lives, but I tend to join like the far right debates, and then I'm usually like 1v5 in them. But I find them really enjoyable.
You, I'm gonna follow you.
Thank you. I followed you a while ago.
Okay, hell yeah. Okay, I appreciate you, Nathan. Take it easy, okay?
I appreciate you guys.
Okay. Take it easy.
Bye, my love. Thank you for eating.
Literally.
The whole plate and the table. And matter of fact, infrastructure of the house in which the table resided. Gone. It's all gone. You'll have to see it.
Alright, hello. How old are you?
I'm 18.
What year were you born?
2008.
Okay. That's literally not 18, brother. Somebody cannot do math. Hold on, I gotta block this person real quick. Unless my mod's already blocked them. Looks like my mod's blocked them.
Yeah, I stay on it.
Period. You saw the comment?
Yeah.
Period.
Jay's in the front lines.
Okay. Alright, moving on. This may be the last one, we'll see.
Thank you, Isaac. You're so sweet.
Hello.
Hey, how old are you?
18.
What year were you born?
2006, April 20th.
Alright, do you think that being lesbian is wrong?
No. It's not like, it's not like, well, I can't really say anything on it. I don't really have an opinion. It's like, nothing wrong with it or right either. But I just had a question to like come on here.
Okay, what's your question?
I just wanted to know, I was curious, when did you decide that like you didn't like men, and like what was the reason for it?
I didn't decide. You don't really decide those things. It's just innate in you. So when I was in kindergarten, I had crushes on girls instead of boys, and I tried to suppress it because I grew up in a conservative Christian household, and my mother did not approve. But other than that, like, I've just always known since I was able to consciously have crushes on people.
Did any did any like relationships you had like ever get like influenced by like them finding out that you were lesbian, that you like women?
No. What do you mean by that?
Like I don't really know how to word this. Like,
do you mean like straight girls liking?
Like no. Not I mean like your family, like your friends. Like did any of them ever like become more distant when they found out that you were like LGBTQ or like, you know what I mean?
My mom was not happy. She pulled me out of school. This is just like what she did to me, but my mom wasn't happy. She told me that she was disgusted to be around me, so that kind of caused distance for a while. But other than that, we've healed our relationship, and she's chill as fuck. Love mom. She's cool as hell. But no, it didn't cause any other, like, my dad's supportive. Everybody else is supportive in my family. Nobody gives a shit, and everybody loves my girlfriend, so that's fantastic.
Oh, okay. And also, just like that was like with the Thomas and Zoro, that was like just like thank you. I got like a good laugh out of that. That was pretty funny. But yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if you ever have any more questions, brother, you can always DM me.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna get off now. But have a good day. Hope you guys keep doing what you're doing.
Take it easy, brother.
See you later.
Respectful guest.
Super respectful. W guest in the chat. We'll do one more just for funsies.
Okay.
I think Michael wanted to come back. Are you related to Parker? No. We just look similar.
Every damn day.
Every day I get the Parker comments. The thing that sucks too is people are like, "You want to be Parker." If I didn't look like Parker, people wouldn't say that.
No, they wouldn't.
That's what pisses me off. Like, I've looked like this for the last, like, way before Parker was debating. I've had the same haircut. I think me and Parker are the same age. Like, can't change my face.
My favorite comment so far has been Parkerette.
Oh Yeah. Or like female Parker eats or something like that. Like, it's funny. Okay, we'll
Parker
do.
at is insane work. That's actually diabolical.
What's up, dude? How old are you?
What is up? I'm 26.
All right. You think being lesbian is wrong?
I think it's very bad. But first, before we get into that, can we bring Aaron back? I can't deprive everyone of that amazing voice. My goodness.
Aaron, are you still here? See if Aaron's still here.
That man,
You're being
my goodness.
summoned.
He might be asleep. He's in the UK, so his time it's like 4 o'clock where he is.
I
Is that
feel
probably
that.
like 5? I don't think he's here.
Oh, that's a shame.
He said no. I'm sleeping.
Oh,
But I can't tell if you're being sarcastic. I'll add
No,
you.
I'm serious. That man. Oh,
Oh, I know. Why do you think I have him?
right. Oh, he's back. All right, we can begin.
There's no way this guy's an op.
No, I got issues with that.
No, I was gonna say this is getting awfully homoerotic.
Look. But
Hey, put it this way: if it was a choice,
exactly. That doesn't get away from the facts why lesbianism is wrong. All right. And here we go. I think it's harmful. I don't think it's harmful to society for women to be lesbian.
Why?
How so?
Well, when a woman is romantically involved with a man, he kind of drags her down. And that's good because you're so powerful. The women are too powerful when they band together.
Yeah, I fucking do it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You guys are great. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
You woke Aaron up for that.
Your voice is incredible. I did it all for the voice, I'll be honest.
oh, thank you.
Oh,
right,
it's because
take
of
it easy.
thirst. Okay, you know what?
The kind words are very much appreciated. Thank you.
Get in line, Sir Poops a lot.
Join the queue.
Okay, I'll drop you, Aaron, so you can go to sleep.
Okay, this time I promise I'm going to sleep for real.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Aaron. Okay, we'll do one more for real.
Can you please be an actual op, please?
Yeah.
Please.
Hey,
That's
how
been
are
interesting. What's up? How old are you?
you? Yeah, I'm over 18. Don't worry about my age. I'm old.
You're what?
I'm old. Don't worry about my age. I'm over 18.
I got you. Okay. You think being lesbian is
Yeah.
wrong?
No, I don't think it's wrong. I mean, I consider myself a good Christian, and that's fine. So should you, if you are. Nothing wrong there either. Like in terms of Christianity, we're all born and we all have sin, so we are all sinners. There's no real degree of sin. We haven't given a scale in the Old Testament. There was a list of them, but there, in terms of the New, it's not a comparison. So, as I sin, as I lust, you have a relationship with another woman. One isn't greater than the other. It's the difference how you live your life is the key. So what we see in and it's both heterosexual and homosexuals as well, same comparison. So we're not saying one is greater of sin than the other. So if you mention you're in a relationship, fine, you're in a relationship. But if you're lusting every day, right, and every day you're bedding with another person, whether you're straight, gay, lesbian, whatever, trans, whatever, then you're committing that sin in the Christian eyes, no different from anyone else. So I don't have a problem with it, right, at all. So if you wanted to live your life with the same person every day up until the day you're unalived, right, then you face the consequences of your sins throughout your life, no different to anyone else. Right? The problem that lies in today compared to when I was probably your age, right, is it's out there now, right? And one would argue that it's out there now, and that's a good thing. People are free. They don't have to worry about being persecuted. They don't have to worry about living their life. They don't have to hide. They don't have to go and unalive themselves and all that idea, right? Because it's now more broadly accepted. So here lies the problem, right? That the more accepted it becomes, the more in lust we become, and the more acceptance of that being trendy, fun, let's have a good time, let's mix partners up, let's do whatever we want, let's go to parties, and let's just keep committing the sin, right? So we're more open and aware to that sin now, but we don't regard that sin as being tolerable in some areas of life, or cultures, or religions, or aspects, or just whether you're straight, and you may say, I'm totally against it because it's not what I do, right? So I guess I don't consider it wrong. I consider it the way you live your life, and that can be whether you're gay or straight. The way you live your life depends on the severity of how wrong it is. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I'm not against you as a person. Right? I treat you equally as a human. You know, and the marriage is obviously important, right, for it. And then under God's eyes, the marriage is seen as it should be between male and female, right? But it never actually says that anywhere. Like someone will pull up a Bible that's NIV, King James, Recepticus, Protestant, Catholics, born again, and have their all own versions of it. But being from a Greek Orthodox background, and we wrote the book, right, and you read from the scripture in the book, it doesn't actually say, right, for marriage, right, man and woman, right? We know the instances of man and woman, right? But if there was a woman there as well, it doesn't actually say that is wrong. It does say sleeping with them, right, is a sin. So
Expedient, can I please?
Yeah, sorry, jump in.
Can I be transparent?
Sorry, I'm monologuing a little bit.
Yeah. I feel like whatever point you're trying to make is getting lost in, like the cushion around it. So can I ask like what your main premise?
Yeah. Look,
is?
if you're gay, we'll just say broadly gay, right? Or LGBTQ, whatever.
Can't say that word, but noted.
Okay, sorry. I don't know the right way to
It's
say it
because
these days. Everything these
TikTok
days-
doesn't fuck with us.
Right. Okay, it doesn't like it. Okay. I guess if you are like that, but you consider yourself a Christian still, don't let anyone tell you that you're not. Okay? Keep believing, right? Don't turn away because you think that you're going to be rejected. Right? Follow your faith if that's what you believe, and have faith, right? And repent just like every other normal human being, right? And in the end, you will be judged no different to anyone else that has committed sin, right? So what I'm trying to say is, because I see parades. We have parades every year in my country, and they're so anti-Christian, right? But I think they're against the premise of man in the church rather than the actual origin of it, right? And they try to turn people away from it, right? And that's the problem that I have with it, right? Because then I know a lot of same as yourself, right? Couples, right? And they are consider themselves religious, and they are good people.
Can I cut you off there? I would say that the church did more damage than the pride parades did. You guys persecuted us for hundreds of years, and you're mad that you turned away all the LGBTQ people out of the church?
Yeah, but then you've got to say which church. You know what I mean?
All
Because
of them.
as a Greek
All of
Orthodox,
them.
we don't. Yeah. So as a Greek Orthodox, we don't hold the Pope as the leader of Christianity. You know that, right? And we wrote the Bible.
I mean, I really don't. I don't care about like a pope.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
I'm just saying, like, I know that some popes, like, I don't know what pope it is that endorses homosexuality.
Yeah. But the Pope's not my leader in Christianity, right? And it isn't in any of the Greek Orthodox as well. So I'm not alone. We don't.
Yeah,
hold
but
the Pope.
I'm not saying the pope. I'm saying that most religions of all have condemned it, and y'all are like you're trying to say that pride parades are turning people away.
No. So they condemn it as a sin, but it's just no different from any other sin. That's one of the messages. If you say to them, I'm
but
committing a sin.
I just don't agree with that. I think that that's where I have a huge problem with Christian morality, is that you equate that an abomination like homosexuality is equivalent to gossip, which is another abomination. And I just literally don't think that those are equivalent whatsoever, and that I should be punished. Kira, thank you so much for the the gift. I appreciate you so much. I couldn't read it fast enough. But like, do you believe we go to hell?
Well, see, that's the other thing in Greek Orthodox. We don't actually believe there is a hell. We believe it's a separation from God. We believe that
Okay,
Jesus
is God everywhere? Or what's the word? Omnipresent? Is God omnipresent?
Yes, all knowing as well. Yes. Yep.
Okay. Do you see how that directly contradicts that? So if he's omnipresent, how can you be separated from him?
You know, because obviously you're on Earth, right? So when you
but if he's omnipresent, he's everywhere all at once. So he literally cannot be separated.
Separation to be with him, 3 levels of heaven, right?
How?
We're taught in the Bible, right? So to get to that level with him and to be divine.
Technically, if he's omnipresent, he's in my fucking t-shirt. Therefore, I can never be away from him.
Yeah, but
so
again,
if you believe,
on Earth,
it's a direct contradiction to his existence. If he's omnipresent, how can I be away from him?
Yes, but you're talking about on Earth. You're not divine on Earth, right?
It doesn't matter on Earth or anywhere. What does omnipresent mean?
Everywhere. So he is with everywhere. You're not everywhere.
He is going to be everywhere. It doesn't matter where I'm at. If I go in the other room, he's still there. If I go in my bathroom, he's still there. It doesn't matter where I go. He's in my fucking t-shirt. Okay?
100%,
so because he's omnipresent, he's everywhere with me.
Yeah,
Therefore, if I go to hell, he's there too.
No, that's the difference.
You literally do not understand what omnipresent means then. It's a direct contradiction to his existence.
I do understand. It's actually a Greek word too, right? So anyone that tries to try and translate it and actually know what the actual meaning was according to Scripture is false. You go and look it up as per Scripture. What I'm saying to you is he is everywhere with you on earth, okay? But when you are no longer on earth, he can choose not to be with you. Do you understand that concept? And that's the separation concept.
That doesn't make any sense when you're talking about an omnipresent being.
No, but if you are not on here on Earth, no longer.
Doesn't matter where I'm at. If he is omnipresent in the universe, if he's omnipresent in heaven or hell, if he's omnipresent, period, he is everywhere all at once. Therefore, I cannot physically be away from him, spiritually be away from him, regardless of where your body ends up, regardless of where your soul and your worldview goes. If he is omnipresent, it is completely contradictory for him to literally be away from me if he is omnipresent.
Right. Okay. Again, I've just explained to you. Look, I didn't come here to attack you or anything.
No, it's okay.
Religion. All I'm trying to say to you is that, like, I consider myself a good Christian. Right? I accept everyone in humanity. Right?
Yeah, I just have a problem with it because I would be repenting for the rest of my life for something I didn't choose. I don't think it's especially when we have so much science backing up sexual orientation is normal. We have so much science backing up sexual orientation it's not harmful, that it's like innate and that we know where it comes from. So like when we have these, like it's a predisposition, we have all this science backing all of this up, and then we're just going to say, well, I have to repent for the rest of my life for something I didn't choose that doesn't hurt anybody, and name another sin that is in the Bible that doesn't like hurt somebody.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. So we are all with sin. We all commit sin. That's what the Bible teaches us. Now, if you choose to ignore that belief and say, well,
do you think that I should be celibate for the rest of my life?
No, I'm not saying that, and I'm not either.
Okay, but I just have to repent for the rest of my life for something I didn't choose.
No,
that's normal.
You repent to be forgiven of your sins when you commit them, when you commit them. It's the guilt inside you. It's your emotions.
I don't have guilt for something I didn't choose. I'm not a Christian, but I'm playing into your worldview.
I know. That's just the whole point, though, that I'm trying to make, right? So if you're not going to believe in the faith, right? If you're not going to believe in works, if you're not going to believe in Christianity, then that's fine. But for those of you that are listening or whoever that do consider yourselves a Christian and you are of that sexual orientation, right? Don't feel that you need to turn away from it. Don't feel that you can't be part of it. Don't start to communicate to others and say exactly what you're doing now, host. Right? For those that do want to feel that they are Christians, they were brought up that way and they've realised, hey, this is my orientation, this is what I'm going to be, I'm going to change. Right? And they feel that they have that guilt or burden with them. They don't feel that they need to have to then go through life, right? Feeling that they
You're
don't have
saying
to
that
be
they
part of
should.
Christianity.
You don't want. You're saying they don't have to change to be a part of Christianity.
They can stay exactly who they are.
Okay. Okay.
Right? They
Sorry, I
can
got
say, but
confused
you
on what
still
you were
need to
saying.
follow. You still need to follow the concept of what a Christian is, right? To ask for forgiveness, right? To pray, to do works, to have faith, right? I mean, follow the guidance of a Christian, no different from any other person that is Christian, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. Your orientation doesn't dictate your faith, okay? And if you want to stay the way you are, that is fine. You stay the way you are, and you can still be one with Christ. And no one else can judge you for that except the Creator when the time comes. That's it. No different from any other person. What I don't like about the concept, because you said, why is it being wrong? It's not about being wrong. It's the influence, the temptation on others, the lust, the greed, the need, okay, that can be expressed through that orientation, right? And have one turn away.
Are they not expressed through heterosexuality?
Well, I don't see any straight parades walking down the street, turning around and
You
saying...
don't need a straight
against...
parade. I mean, you talk to men, right? You see how nasty men are, and they talk about men. I'm a
Who
barber.
hurt
I
you?
talk to men.
Someone hurt you, did they? Who hurt you?
No, I'm a barber. Nobody hurt me. I'm a barber. I talk to men all day.
Right. Okay. If you only could see the lens through my life of what women have done, you'd be probably a little bit more understanding. And probably as you get older, you'd probably start to see the different views and ways on life between the genders. Right. So, I mean, that statement alone. I mean, I'm a man. Am I your enemy?
No.
Do you have hatred towards me? You know. Do you have a brother, a father?
You're.
What the fuck is this?
No, I mean the hate. It's not.
You just switched it. You just switched it.
You turned into a man thing now.
Because heterosexual men have always done this.
Well, I haven't done.
They have
You're the
sexualized
one
women since the beginning of time.
All of us.
Mostly you.
Mostly men.
Right, but you can't put a statement across all of us.
Oh my god!
Like me. If I can't
then you can't put a statement against all of pride parades because you've seen a pride parade.
No, not one pride parade. You know, one pride parade assault.
Do you like women, Expedient?
I do, very much so, yes.
Okay. So then why are you pulling this not all men bullshit?
Well, it's the categories that we start to put on things, and we start to say that all men are like this.
Okay, well, you just said
if you're not like this, you shouldn't feel guilty.
Yeah.
I don't feel any guilt
And
at all.
first of all, I didn't say all men. I said that I work with men, I'm a barber, and I talk to men. And since the beginning of time, men have sexualized women. We know this. This isn't new information. I don't know why you're offended. You said because of all pride parades that we're pushing lust and all of these things. But you haven't been to all pride parades. You live, I'm guessing you don't live in America, correct?
No, I don't live in America.
Okay,
Thank God
so
I
you
don't live in
can't
America.
even, yeah, be lucky. But you don't live here, so you have no idea what the pride parades look like here. So for you to push that narrative that all pride parades push a certain agenda is also fucked.
Yeah, but it's that whole concept of orientation against religion, right? So in generations to come...
Well, we wouldn't have had an issue if religious people didn't start the fucking fight. We had to fight for our rights to get equal marriage because of y'all didn't want us to get equally married. We wanted equal marriage.
Right. Well,
we didn't start it. You guys did.
But you have that now, right?
Yeah, that doesn't change anything.
Are they supposed to jump up for joy and be glad?
But in 500 years, do you think people will be saying the same thing? No, because
because we are still going to talk about the fact that, because it's history, we are still going to talk about the fact that women had to fight for rights. We're still going to talk about the fact that people of color had to fight for rights just to be an equal fucking person. Okay, so we're always for the end of time going to talk about the amount of people, minority groups, that had to fight for equal rights because of the white T-man that wanted to be above everybody else.
Right,
we are going to have to fight for our rights and we're going to continue to talk about it. That's history.
So when the minority becomes majority, do you stop talking about it then? If the world changes and you're minority now, as you just said in the statement, becomes
No.
majority,
We don't
doesn't
want
change
to
them.
become the majority. You have this
No,
really
what do you mean
weird
you don't-
notion.
You're not making any
We have-
sense now. You're calling yourself a
No,
minority,
we
feeling
are.
persecuted,
We
but
don't
then when you
want to
become a
become the
minority,
majority. We don't want
don't want
anyone
to
to be
become
a
the majority.
minority or a majority. We want to
Yeah.
we want to be on equal footing. We're not trying to become bigger than anyone. We just want people to hear us because every time we scream, we get louder and then you shut us up by stuffing shit in our mouths and we're tired. We don't want to be bigger than you. We're not trying to intimidate you. We just want to be equal. And you always take that as us trying to take more than we deserve. But if we have to fight for our rights and we couldn't even get married until 10 fucking years ago, do you not think this fight is still worth fighting? Because clearly we haven't gotten enough yet. And we don't get anything unless we keep yelling at you. Because when we were quiet, you didn't listen to us.
Right. So in my country, when you define equality of what you don't have now, what is that you don't have?
So in America right now, we don't have equal. So whenever a heterosexual infertile, let's say a heterosexual infertile couple uses IVF, let's say a lesbian couple uses IVF, the lesbian couple has to use a third party and they have to spend extra money on top of the IVF and adopt that child. The heterosexual couple that uses IVF does not. Besides the fact that we have to spend more for IVF, and besides the fact that we have to go through a court system and literally adopt that child even though we birthed that child, that's ridiculous.
Right. Yeah, that is ridiculous. It's not the same in my country. So, it's definitely not.
There's also a legal defense you can use in combination with other defenses. This one is called the GAY panic defense. You can use this defense if you assault a queer person because you think they were making advances at you. This in combination with other defenses has worked so far about 11 times in the legal system. There are documented cases where this has been deployed successfully. That should not be allowed.
Yeah, so that's the minority argument, right? So you're standing in a lift, there's another male there. He's can I use the word GAY or not?
No. No.
Okay, no, I can't. Okay, so it's GAY. He makes advances at you, and then you if that was a male doing it to a woman, right? You can only imagine what happened when the lift opens up the doors, right? So it's the double standards, right? It's society that's causing that problem, right? And I feel for you in that sense, right? But the same argument could be said about many different types other than gender issues, right? It could be religious issues, it could be cultural issues, you know what I mean? There's things that the way people practice around the world, you know
I'm
what
sorry.
I mean? So,
what law is barring you from practicing your religion?
well, no, it's not. Like, well, for instance, in public buildings in my country, we build rooms in government buildings so that some religions can go in and pray.
Okay, so then you realize the difference.
I don't have a room to go and pray if I work in that government building as a Christian. Right? They don't build a room for me, and I can't just walk off on my lunch break, and not even a lunch break, or say 10 times a day. I can't just walk off and go and.
Well, yeah, because that's not baked into your religion.
What do you mean it's not baked into my religion?
As a Christian, you're not instructed to pray that often. There's a specific number of times you're supposed to pray in Islam. Like, you're supposed to pray as a Christian, but there's no specific instruction on how many times.
No, that's not. Firstly, that's not right, because if you look at, you mentioned Islam, I didn't. One would argue that it's 3 times a day. One would argue it's 5 times a day, and they've had wars and battles over that. And they will
Can you not pray from your seat? You can go to the bathroom and pray, dude.
This is my point. This is my point. I agree with you 100%. So why would you need to build a room for it?
Nathan, are you from the UK?
I am Irish.
Okay.
I'm in Ireland. Yeah. But I just wanted to comment on the earlier statement you made about the anti-religion rhetoric coming from Pride parades. I know here in Ireland at the last Pride, I went with my 14-year-old sister and we ended up getting stuck in a crowd of people that were jeering about the church. And I had this piece of paper shoved into my sister's hands. And unfortunately, I cannot turn on my camera because I don't have live access. But it is a website called cryforrecognition.b/g. and it is all about how trans people are heinous and shouldn't exist. So the outcry that came from the parade that day was in turn from the rage that was coming from the church. And every time I walk down the streets past the main buildings and the main road, like O'Connell Street, there are people standing up on boxes screaming about the church and how gay people shouldn't exist, how Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. And I understand that it's not all churches, but at the same time, it's not all queer people that are against religion. So for you to make a generalized statement like that and then turn around and be like, oh, well, you can't say all men is just so hypocritical that I can't even comprehend it. Also, about the rooms for like different religions and stuff, like some religions would need a room. For example, in like Islam, like they need a prayer mat. They need to face a certain direction. They can't just sit on a bench and pray. So they need a facility to be able to pray, and they're given that equal opportunity to be able to pray. It's not like your opportunity to pray has been taken away from you because you can do it. Also, there's churches everywhere, and a lot of hospitals, I don't know where you're from. I'm sorry if you said it. I just didn't remember. A lot of like hospitals and different workplaces have different like church pews and stuff like within them. I don't know where you're from, but at least in Ireland, I know that's a thing.
Yeah. No, look, I think if you want equality, you have to treat it has to be equal across the board, right? That's one thing. The other thing is where the country stems from as a religion. I really don't want to go into too much of a religion sort of discussion, but I think it's a little bit unfair to have a worker get up, say, I've got to go pray, right? And then go and pray. The room that they've been built for is coming from taxpayers' money, right? And it's tolerant of that. So we are tolerant of that because it's taxpayers' money where the major majority, so my country, for instance, is 3.5% from Islam, right? But now all government buildings are having prayers to worship in for that 3.5% minority. The problem lies that if someone thinks that they're of that religion, but they're just using that to have an excuse to go off and not do the work, that's where it becomes abundant. And when someone then makes a claim saying you're denying me access to go and pray, right, then it becomes an issue, right, for that small minority. So what we're doing in these days, in my time now, compared to when I was the age of 10, right, the difference is now is we've learned to tolerate and accept minorities, right, and we've highlighted the emphasis on the need for change, but we haven't yet understood what the consequences are, right, fully, right, and there are consequences as a result of change. We all know that. So the idea of that going into have a self-room to pray, for one, I think it's a cost on society, and we know that there's $12 billion that is generated, for instance, that's going to Mecca from Saudi Arabia. They generate $12 billion a year, that country, Saudi Arabia does, right? So it's a very rich business, right? They could pretty much solve famine, right, across the whole of the Middle East with that kind of money a year, right? Yet they choose not to, right, to their own brothers in their own faith, right? If they were funneling the money back to my country to pay for those offices or rooms or places of worship in the government buildings, then I would say all for it, right? But I don't want my money to go to a religion, because in 500 years' time, when yet another religion arises, and they've been arising all through the periods, right? What are we going to do then? Are we going to fund yet another thing from the people? I think there's a little bit of unfairness there, but we become tolerant, and in turn, people take advantage, and the system breaks down and becomes corrupted, right? And that's just the reality of it, right? If I chose, for instance, I told you I was Greek Orthodox, right? So celebrations are slightly different to the mainstream.
Respectfully.
Sorry, he repeated himself so many times.
No,
can I
but
just
also
respond to what he was saying?
Yes, but the Islamophobia was fucking nuts.
I know. Well, like, first of all, it's not like they're going ahead and getting like the concrete and building entirely
Thank you
separate
so much,
sectors
Kaiser.
and buildings and rooms. They're just taking office rooms and giving it a space for people to pray, the same way that has been happening for ages. And you said 3.5% of people are Muslim where you're from. Well, what about 20% of smokers who get up and leave their job to go smoke outside? Are we going to say smoking shouldn't be allowed because it affects work and the economy? Like, genuinely, I have no idea what you're waffling about. Like, you were just basically being racist. And then you were going on like, oh, what about if new religions come up? What?
That was
who
a
cares?
fucking...
Like, who cares? Like, who cares?
Dude.
And, like, yeah, there's backlash to things changing over time, but that's primarily because people can't accept change. And that's not an issue of the people promoting change. That's an issue of the people who can't accept it. Like...
Fucking eat it up, Nathan. I appreciate you, dude.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. I don't know what time it is for you, but it's 4:30 in the morning. I don't know how you put up
Oh
with
my
this for so long.
god. No, it's only 10:30.
Oh, okay.
Good
No.
lord, Nathan, you're pulling all nighter.
I have insomnia. It's okay.
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
feel it.
Aw.
No,
Jaden
it's
does
fine. It's
too.
fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not fun, is it?
You are, by the way, I love you, Nathan. You are always welcome on my platform, by the way. So if you're ever dropping in
yes.
and you ever just comment, I do the same thing with Aaron. Just comment if you want to say something, and I'll just add you up.
Yeah, that'd be great because it's hard.
I don't know it
just
all. I never
jumping
claimed to know
into
it
the
all, but I love.
conservative life for some reason.
Yeah, but I'm not super. I'm learning a bunch about politics. But
Oh,
since you you know about politics, you can.
Oh, I
feel
don't
free
really
to
know that
DM me.
much. I'm 3 weeks into. Oh wait, was that aimed at me or someone in the comments?
No, you
Oh.
you because I mean you know. It seems like you know a lot.
I try my best to be educated, but I am like only first year, 3 weeks into college, studying social justice and sociology, so I don't know everything either. But sorry, before we end, there were like 3 people that tagged me about how they came out, and for some reason when I tried to respond in the comments, it said that I was causing community violations. So like Kieran, I don't know if you're here, or like I think it was Prizzy and then Elise. I just wanted to say I'm proud of you for being able to come out, and I hope it went well. I don't know if you're still here. I'm sorry I couldn't respond to your comments after you tagged me. But yeah.
All right, I
Who's
appreciate
dating the same gender? Sorry.
the comments.
The comments, they make me
They were-
laugh.
I know, same. All right, I appreciate you, Nathan. Take it easy,
Yeah.
okay?
You
Thank
too. Bye.
Bye. All right, y'all. Let's gonna wrap it up. That'll be it for tonight. If you don't follow Jaden, you should follow Jaden. If you don't follow Sam, I have Sam's account tagged in my stories. So if you leave and you follow me, you should, and you absolutely should follow Sam. I appreciate everybody. I go live almost every day. I've been not going live this week. Thank you so much, Raptors, for the gold medal. I appreciate you so much. But anyways, before I ramble a whole bunch, y'all take it easy. Toodaloo.
Bye.